Loki Trickster is first to the stream. Loki Trickster is second to the stream. Loki Trickster is third to the stream. Welcome to the Moonwood Alliance, Loki Trickster.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. It feels weird to have been gone for a week and be back now, but I'm very glad to be back. Very glad to see you all here. Yeah. So hopefully everyone had a great week. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend as well. Yeah. 30 seconds. Hold up. Oh, 30-second ad. Hold up. All right, we will hold up. Hold. Does my camera feel larger than normal? Oh, I don't know, everybody. I don't know. Things should be the exact same as they were before, but for some reason, I don't know. I feel larger. I don't know why, but I do.
Benedict wants Moonman to do 10 bicep curls.
Absolutely. It has been a week, so I probably should.
Underscore Benedict wants Moonman to do 10 chest benders.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Axel underscore Benedict just redeemed Streech.
Absolutely we'll do the trifecta. Loki, congratulations on getting first, second, and third, and thank you so much for being subscribed for 12 months. That is absolutely wild. 1 full year of being subscribed. I do appreciate it, so thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic week last week. Scoiled, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, and I absolutely love the dancing sheep. Very beautiful stuff. I do apologize for the ad, though. I may need to go in and check my settings. I swear that I had the settings correct, where it shouldn't have done an ad for the first little bit of the stream, but apparently not. So I need to go in and take a look at those. And then we got the trifecta coming up here in just 2 seconds. And okay, we're good. All right, I'm glad that we're good now. Why were you gone? That is a great question. So I was gone. I was on a family vacation this past week. So I was out last week. I was over in California, just kind of living it up over there, you know, as you do in California, I suppose. So just hanging out and having a good family vacation over there. But I'm back. We are all back home. Everybody is safe and sound, and it was a good time. I will say, though, I'm very, very sad and disappointed. So we went to Disneyland last week, and very sad because Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, however you want to look at it, I go back and forth. And it was closed. It was closed for maintenance, and I was like, come on, please let it be back up. And then it never was. And they're literally opening it next week. I was like, it was down for like a month, and I was like, all right, fine, we'll go. It's gonna be fine. And then they're opening it the week afterward. So I'm like, oh well, that means I'll just have to go back in a couple of years when we can afford it again. So anyway, yeah, so I'm back, and everything should be good to go. So it wasn't anything crazy, nothing bad. It was just a family vacation, and just wanted to be out. So I did upload a couple shorts for any of my YouTube viewers. So if you saw the shorts, great, which I'm going to be trying and doing better at. I'm hoping to be a little bit better at getting those shorts uploaded more frequently. I know that I was really good for the first, like, when I first started streaming, I was great, and then I kind of dropped off, and then I got really lazy, and I need to get better at it again. So don't worry, I will be uploading stuff more, and I'm gonna be trying to get a devlog up here pretty soon. So anyway, hopefully everyone was good in the time that I was away. Your ad is about to start. Okay, now it says that it's about to start an ad. I don't know what's going on there. Who knows? Let's see here. Having a good week, but my mental is still in crisis loop. Send help. Scoiled. I will send all the help that I possibly can. In fact, I will consult a doctor for you. This doctor, what does this doctor say? What are you saying? Consume more soda. Oh, you heard the doctor. The doctor said consume more soda, and that should hopefully solve things. Maybe. Gold, I'm very sorry though. In all seriousness, not great that you are in a mental crisis loop, but I do hope that things will start to get better soon. I've got my fingers crossed, and if there's anything I can do to help from all the way over here in America, let me know and I will be happy to help. He was assassinating his arch nemesis. That's true. I was assassinating my arch nemesis. They got away. Unfortunately this time, but that will not stop me from trying again next time. So, didn't even want him. I just realized no one else took him. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, Loki. No one else did seem to jump on that. So, not bad that you got first, second, and third though. Not bad at all. No IRL stream. No IRL stream. I decided I'm not cool enough to do an IRL stream. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm technically doing an IRL stream right now. It's me at my computer. That's about as IRL as you get in my life. So, yeah. But anyway, no, I'm not cool. I'm not cool enough to be an IRL streamer. I don't know how you would make an IRL stream exciting at Disneyland. Like, you literally are standing in lines for like 30 to 60 minutes, sometimes more, most of the time. I don't know how I would make that exciting. It would literally just be me standing in line and you would watch me sweat. So I guess if you wanted to watch that, I could have done that. But I'm like, I don't think that would be fun. I don't think it'd be fun. Must hate your fans, shake my head. Something like that. If I didn't hate you all, I would have streamed. But I can't stand you all. You're just the worst. I cannot believe you keep coming back here. I keep going live, and I'm like, please let nobody join, and you all just keep coming back. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I do appreciate it, so thank you. Imagine uploading. I know, right? Crazy stuff. Some Rendev, glad to see you here, though. Absolutely fantastic stream. I was in and out for some of it. We were babysitting my brother's kids, and yeah, so in and out for a little bit of it, but the stuff that I did catch was absolutely fantastic. So, very, very good stuff. Also, good luck with your walk-in next week. I hope that it goes well for you. The Steven, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Why ads? I don't know. I don't know why the ads will pop back up again. That's absolutely tragic. Because Moonman hates you specifically. The one and only. All right, everybody, let's do a trifecta, and then we're gonna jump in and we are going to do some game dev. I believe we shall do some game dev. Actually, let's do a coin flip stuff for here really quickly. So let's add predictions, and we're gonna come in here. We're gonna say start prediction, heads or tails, coin flip. 5 minutes on the clock. Make sure to get your guesses in if you think it's gonna be heads or tails. So yeah, get in there, get your guesses in, and then we're gonna do a coin flip, and it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. But start, we are gonna be doing the trifecta, and it's gonna be a blast. So let's crank the jams and let's get that. Here we go. Here we go. All right, you know how it goes. 10 on the clock. Count it with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Oh. 1 week of not doing that, and I can already feel. Oh my goodness. AI viewers on streamboot.com. Oh boy. Wow. That's an instant ban. No, get over here. Hold up. Block. There we go. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the Moonwood Alliance, Some Randev,
thank you so much for subscribing for 9 months now. I do appreciate that. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, 10 o'clock. Here we go. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. And now let's get a good stretch here. Oh, let's get a good stretch. Oh, we're gonna go to the left. And then to the right. And backwards. Oh, that feels so good. Thank you for that, Axel. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Ooh, okay, let's see here. All right. I guess that's true, some Rendev. That would be why you were getting ads, because you had let your subscription expire. Tragic, absolutely tragic. But it looks like you are on a 8-month streak with 9 months subscribed. So thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't done this in a while, so 10K on tails. Well, there we go. There we go. It's going to be an absolute blast of a time. Heads. Oh, yeah. Well, 10K on heads. Got the, we've got a battle going on. It's going to be a blast of a time. Oh my gosh, I almost couldn't get that down. All right, we're 2.5 minutes out from the coin flip, so make sure to get your guesses in. Oh my gosh. Oh, being out for a week will absolutely just destroy your physical fitness. I'm going to tell you that. Even though there was so much walking, so much standing, it's not the same. It's not the same as like the upper body stuff. So, whew, I'm going to enjoy that paycheck from you, sir. Well, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. All right, everybody. All right. Well, while we're waiting for the countdown there for the coin flip, I should get like some kind of coin flip countdown up here, shouldn't I? So as soon as I hit start, it like does some kind of something countdown to coin flip or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, well, if you were here on the last stream, so not this past week, but the stream before that on Thursday, we were working on the lockpicking system. So let me come over to a place where things reside, aka Photoshop. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Let's see here. Go chest lockpicking. So if you were here on the last stream, we were working on the lockpicking system for the chests. We got most of the way done. We were kind of running into some weird issues and some stuff going on. So I was like, well, if I have a little bit of time, I will work on it off stream. I had a tiny bit of time. It wasn't a ton. It was not much. So it's really not too much different from the last stream. So I'm just going to, let's see, we're in room 4. So move up here, we come over here, and we spawn a chest in room 4. Back up there we go. If we pick the lock, here we go. It's all there. Absolutely fantastic. I think we had the numbers working last time. I can't remember now. I cannot remember. But anyway, we have the numbers working now, so as you adjust these, they will change the numbers themselves. And then I've also gotten it working to the point where when you press right again, it essentially like attempts to unlock it, and then it will show the next set of numbers, and then as you adjust them, it'll then adjust the new row of numbers. So I think that makes the most sense. Let me know if that makes sense or not.
Says, a void has been filled in my heart by the art you missed.
Well then, I'm so sorry that I punched the microphone. Yes, I definitely, I will be taking a look at them on the stream, but I also did try to get caught up. So yeah, beautiful stuff. I can't have my money if I eat it. That's true. If you eat it all, you will not have the money. Anyway, so I think that makes the most sense is to have the current number you're working on be the highest row, I think. If that doesn't make sense, though, let me know and we can adjust that. But anyway, so we have that working to the point where, yes, you can lock it in again, and then if it's not right, and then you can kind of go again, and yada, yada, yada. So we have all of that working. But basically what we need to do now is I need to get the actual colors working to show, is it correct, close, or not? And then we also need to get it to, like, finalize, because if I come over here again and I lock in place, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't fail, it doesn't act, so anything like that, we actually need to get that going. Well, so we are going to be taking care of that. Yeah. Was this shared previously? Let's see here. I think, yes, you did show this one. I think that I joined this one. When does it start again? It starts in 4 days. That's this week, huh? Well, yeah, I will, I'm gonna have to see. This week is probably gonna be a little bit busy for me. Crap. How long was this one again? Was this one of the week-long ones? August 31st, that's right. This one's like the 2-month one. I worry about a 2-month jam. Just because I know that I can't spend the whole 2 months actually working on this. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do appreciate you making sure that it was shared. Or you could do this, because I think I also took a look at this one. Oh, I did not take a look at the horror game jam. This is from June 19th to August 31st. Okay, so this is another, like, 2-month one. Theme, Haunted Penthouse. Wait, this is when our start? Oh, okay, so it starts in 4 days. They already have the theme up. That's right. Yeah. So Haunted Penthouse. I kind of like that one. I know it's going to sound cliche, but I kind of want to make a horror game in RPG Maker. Especially after our discussion on the last stream, where we were talking about that horror game. I kind of want to make an actual horror game in RPG Maker. Maybe. I'm gonna join this jam. I'm gonna keep it on my list. That could be a lot of fun. That would be an absolute blast. Let's see. Over 2 month jam. Yeah, it's absolutely wild. Let's see here, and then we got another one. What is this? Card pickup jam? A 52 card pickup jam. What? 52 card pickup jam is a challenge all about using a standard deck of playing cards. We've all played card games: poker, blackjack, gin, rummy. Nope, never heard of any of those. Games that are absolutely timeless. Could you make the next one? The only thing you need to do is include a deck of standard playing cards. That's an ace, king, hearts, yada yada yada. That'll be an additional and optional theme to try and invoke some creativity. Oh, an optional theme. That's kind of cool. This jam is for both new projects and continued ones. If you've already got a card game on the go and you want to share your progress over the jam period, that's okay too. So I guess the goal is to get this done before get the demo for Tomb of Vercilias done before July 5th and get it submitted. Well, there we go. There's the goal. There's the goal. Actually, funny enough, this isn't this isn't necessarily no, that would be so much time spent on a thing. I was gonna say I actually made a card like a playing card RPG battle system with regular playing cards like 10 years ago. Where like basically these were all units, so ace through 10 were units, and then the face cards were like commanders, essentially like special units. So it was essentially war, but with more strategy to it, you know? So maybe I would have to see if I could somehow, somewhere find the rules that I wrote down for that thing. Because I had like all of like the character stats and stuff like that, you know, worked out and all that fun stuff. That one is also kind of tempting too. Oh no, not safe for work stuff. Oh, come on. I want to make the next sexy face card game. It's gonna be great. This could be fun though. I do appreciate you share this one. That could be a lot of fun. And again, if nothing else, I could just try and get the demo done for Tomb of Vercilias and then throw that on there and be like, there we go. Here's a project a year and a half in the making. Good times. So excited to have ... What is this? What is this? What are we so excited for? What have I done? Hold on. Okay, all right. Let's give that a pause. Let's unmute that. Let's see what I'm saying. Working to the point where when you press right again, it essentially like attempts to unlock it, and then it will show the next set of numbers, and then as you adjust them, it'll then adjust the new row of numbers. True. So I think that makes the most sense. Let me know if that makes sense or not.
Says, a void has been filled in my heart by the art you missed.
Well then, I'm so sorry that I punched the microphone. Yes, that is not bad. But I am glad to have you back, Cameron. I am glad to have you back, and thank you for being back. Which we are going to take a look at the Discord server. We're also going to do the coin flip here. This looks fantastic. I am outside. I can't hear anything, so I got to go. Scoiled, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you can't hear anything, but I appreciate it. So thank you. If the jam's theme is good, I'll drop anything to make you... Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, if I do join, then I definitely will be pulling that up. Actually, speaking of jams, hold the phone. Let me pull this up over here real quick. Where is it? There it is. There's the one. All right, I'm just gonna highlight this one really quickly for anyone who would be interested. I might be taking a look. I'm gonna be completely honest, actually. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have not taken a look at this yet, but Toasty, the one and only, is hosting their second game jam. So let me do that. Do this. There we go. So Toasty is hosting their second game jam. And I know the first one was absolutely fantastic. So I believe what is going to happen here. So I actually think I did watch the video, but now I can't remember like anything else about it. So I believe it was he is going to play the top 12 games, I think. I don't know where I'm getting that. I don't know where I could possibly be getting that. So there we go. Challenge yourself to create an RPG Maker game or similar game in 1 week. Top 12 games streamed by Toasty Time with $100 in prizes. Yes. So first place is $50, second place is $30, and third place is $20. So I mean, $50. If you make a game and you feel like it's good enough, $50 that gets you halfway there to be able to post that on Steam. So not a bad way to go. Honestly, not a bad way to go. So anyway, so if you're interested in joining the Toasty Jam 2, which I'm going to join right now, it is going to be starting July 6th. So that gives you plenty of time, 21 days, to either whatever it may be that is a roadblock for you. That gives you plenty of time to work through that roadblock, whether it is scheduling or if it's, oh, I don't have RPG Maker, get RPG Maker. I don't know how to use RPG Maker. You got 21 days to like get it and kind of figure out how it works and all that fun stuff. So definitely recommend and highly recommend if you wanted to join a game jam. I'm not going to promise anything yet, but I have a goal to join this jam. Well, obviously I joined the jam, but like I have a goal to participate in this jam. But even if it's just like a tiny game, I want to make something for this jam and participate in it because I think it'd be an absolute blast. So if you are interested and if you are wanting to be a part and create an RPG Maker game in a week to really test your skills, and again, this is a game jam. It can be anything and everything. Anything and everything is okay. I was gonna say anything and everything is accepted. You do have to follow the rules, obviously, but it does not matter how much or how little of the game you create. So if you have an idea and you're like, I want to make game X, Y, or Z, whatever it may be, join the jam, get in here. A week is an absolutely fantastic amount of time to be able to work on a game jam. Because you sometimes if it's like a 24-hour jam, you're just stressed the whole time. If you've got like a 2-day jam, a 3-day jam, it's still kind of stressful, but not too bad. I feel like a week is a sweet spot, because that once you get more than that, like once you get like a month, 2 months, unless you know that you're gonna be able to spend a ton of time in that time block to be able to work on this game, chances are you're probably gonna have someone else who does have that amount of time, and they're just gonna go absolutely wild with their game because they have the full 2 months to be able to work on that game. So highly recommend if you wanted to do a month-long jam. Hello. Speaking as a tutor, who I have still forgotten to actually change to be Moonwood Games. Speaking as your tutor here, I'm going to say what you need to do is join this game jam
and join and do the thing, play, make a game. That's what I got. That's what I got for you. That's what I got. Anyway, let's see here. What? No, not safe for work. I'm out.
Here, I know. I can't believe you cannot do not safe for work in a card game. Terrible stuff. Jams, we forget about the preserves. Oh, that took me a second, camera. That should not have taken me as long as it did, but it did. Where's my lemonade on Main Street and off safe for work update where you buy a gentleman's club instead of going to college? There we go. You make enough money to be able to, go in and buy a gentleman's club. That would be hilarious. I do like that. This coin flip is going to be crazy, by the way. I am very excited to see, because I know there's a ton of points on this thing right now. So much mana is on the line. Full Long Eyes says, sup? Hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hope you had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Hopefully you had a great week last week for Long Eyes Skull. I don't know if you were aware, but I was gone. I was out last week, but I'm back. I'm back now. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going well. I feel like I got a little bit of sun, and so I'm not as reflective as normal to my lights. Okay, that side I still am. This side, not. Okay, all right, that's a bad example. I promise I got some sunlight. I promise I was outside. I was touching grass. It was a good time. Let's see. I got you. This camera says, wait, someone forgot to choose. Wait, did someone forget to choose? Well, that's going to be absolutely tragic. Cameron, if that was you, I'm so sorry. If I lose, rigged. If I win, still rigged. Probably one way or the other. Well, speaking of things being rigged, I guess we should jump in and see exactly how rigged this game is going to be. So, without further ado, I'm going to stop stalling because I definitely opened up the program long before this, and let's go in and let's do some heads or tails. All right, everybody, you know the rules. We're gonna get in here. We're gonna do a 3-point lead thing, tug of war thing. You probably know the rules better than I do. Okay, I know the rules. I just don't know how to explain them. Anyway, we're gonna do a 3-point lead win, basically. So it's not a best 2 out of 3. It is whoever gets to 3 wins first. So I'm going to flip the coin and we're going to see what happens. So here we go. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. All right. We got heads. Heads has got 1 point. Here we go. Let's see what else we got. It's going to be... I swear, there's no funny business going on. That is a heads. That is a heads right there. As you can see, heads. Okay. So that it could still be tails. It could still be tails. We may not get a clean sweep from heads. Is everybody ready? Let's see what happens. Heads wins! I like how it hid behind me the 2 times that it landed on heads. It's like it wanted to be heads, but it didn't want to show that it was heads. But I promise, and you can see behind me. You can see behind me, it was heads. Maybe I should I not be here? Should I not be here at all? Should I just like turn the camera off when we're doing this? No. I gotta be here. I gotta be here to make sure that everybody knows what's going on here. So congratulations if you voted for heads. Absolutely fantastic. Very nicely done if you did vote for it. I say nicely done like, you know, you knew what was gonna happen. Unless, of course, you did know what was going to happen, then that means it was rigged. And I promise this is not rigged. I promise. I made sure of that. Anyway, congratulations if you voted for heads. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Thank you all so much for participating. Absolutely beautiful stuff. We're going to be jumping over here back to the main scene. So thank you for joining us here on this lovely adventure into heads or tails. You decide. You decide if it is heads or tails. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, all right, so heads wins. So let's come over here and we're going to choose the outcome. That is heads right there. Oh my goodness, that is 20,000 points that is going to be going out to everybody who voted for heads. So beautiful stuff. My watch just went in power saving mode, so that's a good time. It is just a good time to be alive, everybody. Unless, of course, you're my watch, then I guess it's not a good time to be alive because you're in power saving mode. Anyway, complete prediction. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff if you voted for heads. Very nicely done. Let's see here. Yes, thank you, sir. How about you? I'm doing good. Very tired. A little. I feel like my brain is a little bit all over the place. You know, I was out all last week. I was on vacation, but I'm back now, and we're getting back into the swing of things. But so I may be a little bit loopy tonight. I hope not too loopy, but I may be a little bit erratic. So I apologize for that. But don't worry, we will get back into the swing of things. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Cameron means coin. I don't know what you mean, some random. I don't know what you mean. You need to reflect on your choices. I will not reflect on my choices, Cameron. Absolutely not. I'm going to try bribing. That's a good try. I'm always open to a bribe. Sir, I'm going to end you. Each heads equals 1 bit. Oh. Well, then that's tragic because you cannot give 3 bits. So... tragic, but I appreciate it. Some random. Yay! Get dunked on. So, sir, I can make a YTP of you saying horrible things. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm sure you could clip a lot of stuff that some random says way out of context. Oof, minimum 5 bits. Welp, I guess I can't send bribes. Shake my head. I guess you gotta make it 5 bits per heads. Bad idea. Not a bad idea. Well, okay, I won't, but I could. Do it! Good, you could and you should. So many points, what will I do? Who knows? Who knows what you'll do with your points? I'm actually a little bit worried about to see what you're gonna do with the points. Vacation is always good.
The Steven just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Steven, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. Holy smokes, that is a lot of points. 10,000 channel points is massive. So thank you so much for that. Let us jump over here and we're going to take a look at over here. I believe, if I am correct in my assumptions, we've got the Steven already at a 7x in here. So let's crank that up to an 8x, which then puts you above... Let's see, that puts you above Charles. Divas Oatmeal, Dazu. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Steven, congratulations for that. That is absolutely beautiful. Very nicely done. Again, thank you so much for watching for so long to be able to redeem your name. I don't know how I was literally in my head thinking, how am I going to do 8 on one hand? I think it's that. Is that 8 in sign language? Either that or that. I can't remember. It's one of those. But thank you so much for redeeming 80,000 channel points over the course of the streams to be able to get your name in there. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Steven. I do appreciate it. Speaking of points, that is true. Speaking of points, absolutely fantastic stuff. Let's see. Vacation is always good. Yeah, it is good. It is nice to be back. I will admit, like, as fun as it is and as absolutely fantastic as it is, and I had an absolute blast of a time. It was great. Loved spending time with my wife and my daughter. It was beautiful times. It will be nice to get back into the swing of things. I am, as much as you may not believe it, I am a bit of a structured person. I love having plans and structure. And so when things kind of take me out of like the structure that I have like created of like my day-to-day life, it does tend to throw me off a little bit. And so like, so long as I know something is coming, I'm okay with it. But when things like pop up out of nowhere, I'm like, oh my gosh. So like, it's a good thing that vacations take a lot of planning and waiting, because I don't know what I would do if my wife would ever come to me and we were in like a financial position for her to just be like, let's go to this place this weekend. I'd be like, what? No, what? So I am glad that it does take timing and money and planning to be able to do stuff like this. So, I mean, this was like 2 years of savings in the making, you know. Anyway, yes, so very glad to be back, but it was a good time. It was an absolute blast of a time. Let's see, 2 names in the game at Sumrandev. Sumrandev, is Sumrandev in here? I mean, Sumrandev is here technically 10 times. Technically. I already have 10 names. 8 in binary is just ring finger up. Yes? That sounds about right. The opposite of me. No wonder the stream so you stream so consistent. I mean, I guess that's true. Kind of. Yeah. Technically. You're consistent. You're fine. You're doing great. I like to plan too. What a surprise. It's a good time. Yeah, I do like, I like having my structure. And again, like, so long as I know something is coming, I can manage it. Like, it's fine. But I'm like, nope. Like, I wake up in the morning, I shower, I get dressed, I go to work, I do my work, I come home, I help with dinner if it's not already done. I watch my daughter for a couple hours, and then it's like I have my set days of the week where it's like I'm either streaming after that or I'm doing something after. Like, there's basically always something planned. And so then when there's something that like pops up, like if I'm like midday and someone texts me and they're like, hey, can you help me with this thing after work? And I'm like, that's only 3 hours away. I don't think I can't do it. Oh, anyway, maybe I'm just an odd person. Probably just a little bit. I eat chaos for breakfast, and I'm jealous of you, some random. I wish I could adapt to the chaos a little bit more. LMFAO, yes. The ring finger up is the polite middle finger. Well, there we go. I have politely flipped all of you off. That's a good way to go. 2 more, some randev. Not a bad idea. Don't get me wrong, I wish I could be more like you in that regard. I didn't see the G. I saw another letter, and I was like, what are you calling me? That makes a lot more sense. But 10 is such a nice number. I mean, that's true. That is true. 10 is a much better number than 12. You doth forget about biting the thumb. I would never do that. I would never do that to you. Just the polite middle finger. You can just say so. Or do you mean no? You can just say no. I mean, that's true. I could just say no. And sometimes I do. Although a lot of times I actually like make something up so that I don't feel so bad. I still feel bad though. That one as well, yeah. Nothing wrong with it. Just go for you, Cameron. But that could also be got your nose. Oh, that's true. It could be. It could be. Moon, look at my messages. I'm like, oh, what the? How could you? Your mom's Wi-Fi password? How so? Yeah, feel free to use. Feel free. Let's see, over on YouTube, Dakota, oh my goodness, Dakota said, hey man, I just popped in for a moment just to say that I finished one of the playlists from that YouTuber that I mentioned a while back. Now I kind of know how this game engine works. That is absolutely fantastic. I love that, Dakota. I love that. Variable-wise, and you know, that's fair. That's fair. And later, Dakota, I'm so sorry that I missed your messages, but I'm glad that you finished that playlist. I'm glad that you're feeling a little bit more confident with the system. You're gonna do awesome. You're gonna do absolutely fantastic. And again, nothing will train you, like, nothing will teach you quite as well as just, like, jumping in and just starting clicking buttons. Like, obviously, like, kind of knowing a little bit of how things work is a good way to go, but just jumping in and being like, what does this do? And just learning is absolutely fantastic. I already knew that. Thanks, buddy. It's a thing people do mess with little kids, acting like they got their nose. It scares the F out. Oh, yeah. Wait, were you meaning like you weren't quite sure like what the whole like got your nose thing was? Yeah. Yeah, it's like where you're like, oh, got your nose. And kids are like, what the? And then you eat them, apparently if you're some red dev, and then you eat the nose. Sorry, I just said, buddy, unironically, I need to street now. That's true. If you say buddy, that's like, that is the end of it. Them's fighting words. You end a sentence with buddy. But biting your finger? Okay, I'm gonna do it once. Cameron. Yeah, if you do this. Right? Is that it? Is that the thumb? Like, do that? Pretty sure that's the thing. Pretty sure. The bite of 87? That's the one. It's the bite of 87 right there, everybody. Anyway, all of this to say, join the Toasty Jam too. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I am hoping that I will have time to be able to join. I mean, it's only a week long, so even if I just have to like put on pause, Tomb of Vercilias for a week, I may have to do that for a week while we tackle a project for the Toasty Jam too. I'm kind of interested to see what the theme is going to be eventually, because I have some ideas. One of the ideas being I may pull in all of the assets from RPG Maker 2000 into MZ and make a game that looks like RPG Maker 2000 with MZ and see what might happen. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. Robert over on YouTube says, yo, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Hopefully it's a good thing. Snail flicking outward. Yeah, something like that. I've done it too many times. Yeah, I'm just messing around. Maybe we collab for Toasty. Ooh, some randev. You entice me. A collaboration of sorts. I'd be down. But also waiting for the theme. That's true. Yeah, we will have to wait for the theme and just kind of figure out. Adherence to the theme will be one of the 4 voting criteria and is something Toasty Time will consider in his final decision. See voting in rules. Yes. Yeah. So that is tempting. That is, ooh, that could be a good time. I'd be down. Let's see here. What do we got? Wait, what? I think that was auto-deleted by YouTube. So I'm seeing a message up here, but I'm not seeing it over on YouTube, where Robert says, is there nudity in the game yet? Not yet. Maybe if the sales don't do so well once the game is finally done, and maybe once it's out there, and if the game's not doing well, then maybe I will add some not safe for work content. I'll just be like, you know what? This is not doing well enough. I need to get in here. I need to add some elements, some enticing elements as to why someone should play the game. Yeah, no nudity yet. Mickey game in Godot that looks like RPG Maker. Ooh, the Steven. There we go. That's the collab, some randev. That is the collab. I will make a game in RPG Maker. You will make a game in Godot that's supposed to look like RPG Maker, and you will make the exact same game that I do. There we go. That's the plan. That is the plan. No sub alert? It's prime time in California. Wait, was there a sub? Or are you eating a sub? Or are you talking about a Subway? I don't know. I can pose then. There we go. Let's get some full-on article in here with the nudity. If there is no nudity, then sales won't be as good as they could be. That's true, especially for an RPG Maker game. I'm pretty sure that this will be one of the few RPG Maker games where I don't have a nudity tag. And I'm okay with that. I am A-okay with that. For a fee, of course. Of course. We definitely have to pay for that. That is not something free you just give out. 2 hours, blackjack, not safe for work scene. Just non-stop. It just goes. Unskippable. Wild. Godot Wild Jam 94. Wait, have I looked at this one? I think I did look at this one. And I was tempted. I think I saw this a while ago. And I was like, should I try and learn Godot? And then I was like, no, probably not. Wild cards. Disassembly required. Checkout. And I like turtles. Okay, that's cool. I kind of like that. Well, there we go. I don't know Godot, but for everybody that does know Godot, There's a jam for you. Not a bad idea. The sub was no other than the sub was no other than my Prime sub. Wait, why didn't it say anything then? That's annoying. I don't know why it didn't say anything. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that it didn't say anything. That is very bizarre. Making an RPG Maker game without nudity is like making a cake without sugar. It's true. You need it. You need a little bit of sprinkle on top. That way everybody knows that it's an RPG Maker game. Mine Turtles game, perhaps, maybe. Won't hurt, though, in my honest opinion. I mean, that's a good point. That is a great point. It wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt to have, you know? Hence my joke that it's prime time in California. Oh, okay, I see now. That is bizarre that it didn't pop up at all. That is kind of, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, Kim. I'm very sorry. But I do appreciate it, so thank you. Okay, all right. Should we jump in here now that we're 40 minutes into the stream? Let's jump in and do some game dev stuff, shall we? I think we shall. So, yes, we took a look at it, and we do have some stuff going on here. So, if I come over here, and we just do a little dish, we say, so I'm in room 48, so we come up here. Room 48, let's spawn a chest. I will leave and come back. Go, chest in the room. Pick the lock. Okay, so what is next? What do we need to do? So, we need to get it to the point where the colors need to start popping up. So if you remember, there was a green, an orange, and a red that pops up after you lock in to tell you if you are close, or if you are right on, or if it's not there at all. If that number just does not exist in the combination. Let's see, 40 minutes. Man, we got into game so fast. I know that it's like a joke, but I also feel kind of bad because I'm like, this is kind of like the only time that I have to work on the game. See, now you know why this development process is taking so long, is because it's like, this is literally like, when I jump in here and I start streaming, this is my time to work on the game. And what do? I spend 40 minutes chatting and hanging out. It is a good time. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it and I enjoy it. And if y'all didn't appreciate it and didn't also like it, I feel like you probably would have left, I guess. But we're gonna jump in. We're gonna do some game stuff. So let's see what we got going on here. So basically what we need is let's get the actual stuff going on here in terms of the colors. Pull up this. As you can see, we got the colors right here. I enjoy chatting here too. I'm glad. I'm glad that you do. I'm glad because it's yeah, I'd feel kind of bad if everyone's like, all right, that's enough chatting. Move on. Let's move on here. And I'd be like, okay, all right, we can move on. Not saying that we have to chat, we have to hang out, but it is kind of fun. It is kind of the reason why I stream. If I didn't want to chat and if I didn't want to hang out, then I would just not stream and I would just do game development. I mean, that's the solution, right? Okay, Tomb of Vercilias. Images, pictures. What the?
The Steven just redeemed stream.
Well. Absolutely, we can do that. UI? What do I have this thing called? Overlay? There we go. Dungeon UI. And I'm already yawning. That is a bad sign. I cannot be yawning at it yet, everybody. Okay. I think all we need is this. We don't need those. Yeah, whatever. Copy them anyway. Okay. We put we'll grab the pins. Put this into place. Go. Alright, lockpick, we can get rid of you. So, here are the things we need to show. Yes. Because ultimately, we will just do new, create, paste that. It's going to be documents, GitHub, Tomb of Vercilias, images, pictures, PNG. What is going on here? Why does everything look and feel so different? Like my computer was literally just off for a week, and yet just things feel off. I don't know why. Okay, so lockpicking, there we go, and we're gonna do, this is lockpicking indicator. one. NG. Lockpicking indicator 2. Lockpicking indicator. Okay, there we go. We got the stuff in place. Let's see, same, all good. I never left, only right. I'm glad some ran dev. A faint sound of a drum rolling down a hill. All right, let's do the stretch. Oh, this is gonna feel good. Let's go to the, I'm just making sure I'm clear. Let's go to the right this time. And then to the left. Oh, and bring it back now, y'all. Oh, that feels really good. That feels good. Thank you for the stretch. I appreciate the Steven. Foreshadowing for Haunted Moonwood Arc. I do think that I do think that I should do something special for October. But that is still months away. But I would like to do some kind of like spooky stuff in October. I think it'll be an absolute blast. Windows user problems, I surmise. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. It is a Windows user problem. Honestly, I actually think I've got some bad RAM, which right now, given the current state of everything right now, having a bad stick of RAM is a bad thing to have. Especially because I only have 2 sticks of RAM.
Just summoned Eclipse Chan.
There we go. Should I just be Eclipse Chan the entirety of October? I think so. I think I should be. Yes, absolutely. If mouse sensitivity, maybe you clicked on one of your mouse's DPI button. So it's not the mouse sensitivity. It's for some reason, it's just like weird little
things. Really weird little things. Like when I go to save, usually it defaults to a PSD, to a Photoshop document. But for some reason now it's defaulting to JPEG. I don't know why. I don't know how I
changed it, because if I could change it and have it default to a PNG, I would absolutely love that. But for some reason it's defaulting to JPEG. Not sure why. But then it also, my freaking, whatever you call it, the tiles were for some reason set to a list. But I always have them as extra large, no, not extra large icons. I always have them set to large icons. So I don't know why. I don't know why they were set to a list. Very bizarre stuff. That's kind of where I'm just like, it's weird little things that I'm like, I wouldn't usually change these settings. So why are these things changed? I don't know. But I do have DPI settings on my mouse, and I have done that before where I've accidentally pressed the down button, and I'm like, why is my mouse moving so slow? It's very bizarre stuff. Okay, so we have everything we'll need here. Let's do... Okay, that's good. Alrighty, so here is the plan. Y'all ready for the plan? I don't think you're ready for the plan. Just kind of grab this guy here. We're just going to throw it right there. Okay, cool. Let's come back over here. I honestly do not remember where I had this thing. Wait, it's in here. Page 5. There we go. Here's everything going on here. Yes. There we go. I do it all the time, and it sends me to the Shadow Realm. Mem test it. I have, and everything pops up fine. But then I keep getting blue screens and things like that, and I'm just like, and then everybody's like, oh, it's probably bad RAM, and I'm like, but it says that it's fine. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's very bizarre stuff that's going on. The battery on my mouse died, so I had to use my USB mouse. That is absolutely tragic. You should probably just replace the battery or charge it. Unless, of course, you're meaning the rechargeable battery in your mouse died. Then that's not good. That is not good at all. Oh yeah, that might be just Windows BS. It's 100% true. It's so funny when I try to speak serious with that voice and judge. Well, you know. The DPI difference playing Overwatch was stifling between my Bluetooth and wired mouse. I can see it, yeah. Switching your mouse out at all and then trying to do an FPS, not good. Could be a cooling problem too. It could be. The only thing is that I have swapped out.
Summoned Moonchan.
Hello, this is Moonchan telling you that I have swapped out a couple case fans. I've made sure that my case fans are good. I've also swapped out my water cooler on my CPU was definitely not good, and so I had to completely take that out, and I had to replace it with a whole new, cooling tower and fans and all that fun stuff. So I'm hoping, I don't know. It's just weird stuff indeed. My wired mouse is also a business mouse, old Lenovo one with the scroll wheel made out of the same material as the pointer. That's a good time. My PC actually just started crashing frequently recently, ended up swapping my motherboard, CPU, and now PSU, hoping it's finally fixed. I've got my fingers crossed for you, Fairwinkling. That is not fun. I absolutely hate when your like main computer starts having problems like that, especially when you have like, you're just like, I have no idea what it could be. Could be anything. I had to change my sensitivity from the default less than 10% to 50%. That is a huge change. Cooling of the RAM, I meant, sorry. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean now. I mean, maybe. It does have a case fan that's kind of blowing on it, but you may be onto something. There. It can get pretty hot. I mean, that is true.
That is true. It definitely can. I may have to look into that. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. My Bluetooth mouse has a DPI switch too, and even turned that up, it still didn't help. That's not fun. Not a good time.
I love the looser DPI combined with a lower tracking on Mac OS. Not bad at all. All right, so what are we gonna do here? Okay, so what am I actually doing here? So we turn off show dialogue, changes all of that. This is showing all the pins. So this is showing all the pictures. I'm just going to quickly grab, because we're going to need this guy right here. Lockpicking chest. Okay, so we got 101 through 106. We could do 107. Okay, so if the up button is pressed, then it does that. Okay. Break the loop. Left is pressed, and button right is pressed. Okay, so this is the lock-in. So puzzle piece 19 plus 1. Check pins and answer. Wait for 5 frames. And this is where it's actually changing all of the pins there. I guess the first thing we need to do. Where is it storing? 985. Oh no, that's the actual pins. It was 981 through 985. Okay. We're gonna do this before. Yes. We're just gonna say if you're equal to 0. This is where we need to do all of this. So, first things first, we just need to say, if you're equal to 0. Oh my goodness!
Welcome Yato and your 4 amazing audience members.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome. Glad to see you all here. Hopefully everyone is having an absolutely fantastic weekend. Yato, how was your stream? How did everything go? Hopefully it was an absolute blast of a time for you. Let's see, it's not far off of what you say. It goes to the Shadow Realm, but I like it. My right mouse button is trying to fall off too. That is no bueno. That is no. Yeah, no, hopefully you had a great stream. Hopefully things went well. Let's see, some Randev says raid, and Rebotech says hello, and whatever that is. Lurk and Twitch raid. I appreciate it. Thank you. It says the stream is good. Was working on a relief wood carving. Ooh. That sounds like a good time. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't have joined. Yeah, no, absolute blast of a time. I like that. Well, again, thank you so much. I do appreciate the raid. If you got a raid and run, I know, if you've got stuff going on, especially after a long stream, you got stuff to take care of. Totally understandable if you got to, get some sleep, get some food, whatever it may be. But I do appreciate it. And again, so thank you. I was going to say no fair, but then I realized it was a raid. And Rebotech with the... I'm sure that's coming through, and I'm sure it sounds absolutely lovely to people listening on headphones. Okay, so long as we are on the number 1, right? Puzzle piece 19, that is 999. Nope, that is getting added to right there. Okay, so this is the first piece then. So we don't need that. We just need to say this guy right here. So I guess first things first. We need to say, let's just adjust the pictures first. How about that? Let's just do that. We're gonna say if you're equal to 1. We're gonna set all of those before it changes those. Let's do this. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. It needs to check every time, so we don't need to go in here to these conditions. Let's do this instead. We're just going to say, conditional branch. This to be a script. We need to check variable. It's puzzle piece 1 through 19, and then puzzle select. All of this is like the actual, like anything to do with puzzles. These are the variables. So 1 through 4 are the actual goals. So that is what we're trying to get to. So I guess we'll just say 981. Let's do if game variables dot value 981 is equal to game variables dot value. Now we need to go based on, this is row 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is variable 985. I think we need to do 981 again. Variable 981 plus, and in parentheses, we're going to say game variables dot value. I cannot freaking type. No. We will do it 985 plus game variables dot value. This is going to be 999. Times 4. So it will be 981. Okay. This is essentially going to be if variable 981 is equal to 981 plus variable 999 times 4. Now 999 is going to be equal to either 1, 2, or 3. Because those are, you have 3 attempts. And so as soon as you lock in, it increases your attempt to number 1. So it's saying, all right, you had your first attempt. So this is going to be the first time it's going to be a 1, and this is going to be a 2, and this is going to be a 3 after that. So it's going to be 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4, that kind of stuff. So, so 981 plus 999, which would be 1, times 4, which would essentially just be plus 4. So 981 plus 4 is 985. I was checking to see if the goal for pin 1 is equal to pin 1. Yeah. Cool. If it is, then we want to say we need to show a picture 107. This is going to be 107 plus this exact same thing here. I'm going to say you're 107 plus 989 times 4. Changing the image layer as we go along. And you're going to be lock-picking lock. This is if you are equal to. that. Don't need to add this variable here. Go. Now, we need to set the X and the Y. That is going to be starting X and Y. Going to be the starting point. Going to be 556, 466. 556, 466. 100, 100, 200, 255. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. Okay. That is the origin. We want that to be able to duplicate for all of the other pins. Okay, so far this is set up to work with any of pin 1s on attempt 1, 2, and 3. Let's do check first pins. Okay, so this is gonna be pin 1, 2, or the first row of attempt 1, 2, and 3. The Y is going to be Y is what we actually need to adjust. Y needs to adjust in 32 pixel increments. Okay, so let's say 466 minus 32 is 434. Show you at 434 plus game variables dot value 999 times 32. That way we'll take the attempt numbers minus. We need to move up. We need to move up. We need to subtract the Y by attempt number times 32. We actually need to increase you to your 466 plus 32 to your 498. 498. There we go. Okay. That will now work for all attempts for pin 1. Let's do an else handler. Oh, if you are exactly equal, do that. If you're not, we just want to say if you are equal to Dazu says, hello, Moon Man. How's it going? Dazu, welcome. Glad to see you here. It's going great. Getting back into the swing of things. Been out for the past week. But slowly but surely getting back into the swing of things. How you doing? How's life? Hopefully things are going well for you, Dazu. Now we're just checking to see if this pin is equal to $982 or you're equal to 983, or you're not equal to 984. If you're equal to any of the other numbers. Wait. Is that going to be right? Is that going to be right? Wanting to say, let's just say, for example, if you're setting pin 3. Oh no, if you're setting pin 1 to be equal to a 3 position, and if pin 1 should be in a 2 position, then it wouldn't go green. So this we're setting the orange. Let's just say if pin 2 is equal to 3, then we would go. Okay, yeah. That should be correct. Okay, so if that's the case, then we just say set this to be lockpicking indicator 2, because that is orange. And then else, just set it to be lockpicking indicator 3. I think that would mean that it's not what you were currently set to, and it is not equal to any of the other pins. Therefore, it should just be red. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Room 24. Oh, got the chest. So let's pick the lock. Now, let's just add a thing. Turn off show. We're gonna say, let's grab the multi-line text. One, 2, 3, and 4. Copy that. We're gonna say new text. Paste that. Width is gonna be 200. Center. $32. 0. Refresh. Okay. You are going to be variables. What are the variables? It's 981. Okay. 981. 982. 983. And 984. There we go. With a 220. Okay, close enough. Close enough. All right, we're just gonna throw that on. Throw it down here. Get the answer down here. Yeah, cool. Okay. You know what? I know this means literally nothing, but like it'll help me feel better. All right, we're just gonna set this to be black. Refresh. There we go. I don't know why. But I'm doing that. Right. All right. There we go. Let's see. Jerry. What's up, Moon Knights? Hello, Jerry. Hello. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully, you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Hopefully, you had a great week last week as well. Yeah. How's life? How are things going for you? I don't know if you tried to tune in last week, but I was not here last week. I was out. But I'm back, and I'm alive. It's a good time. It's a good time here, and yeah, so hopefully things are going well for you. OMG, Jerry mentioned. I know, right? It's crazy. Jerry's back, everybody. It is a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time here in the world with Jerry back in our lives. I hope things are going well for you. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So if we go to a 4, there should be a 4. So it should go orange. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got an orange. All right, that's a good sign. It's a good sign. Let's see what happens. So if we leave, that's room 10. Back over here. Room 10. Back. And we pick the lock. Okay. So this one should be a 4, so if we don't change it, it should go green. Okay, all right, that's fine. I think the problem is maybe this is the problem. Lock in. Should do this. So if 981. I thought that if it was in an else handler, it wouldn't check this additional condition. Maybe I'm wrong. maybe we need to say, jump to label, stop check, and just down here, label, stop check. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. See what happens. And a good morrow to you, sir. I'm made of cheese, so I can't be. A good morrow? Can't be a good morrow because you're made of cheese. I don't get it. I don't get it! Room trap, so room 26. Up here. Pick the lock. Okay, so you should be equal to 1. So if we set you to a 1. Okay. There's literally no put at all. I just felt compelled to say something like that. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. And that is totally fine. You can say, that is the great thing here on Twitch. You can say almost anything you would like to say. That's a beautiful thing. If you said anything you would like to say, that could get dicey. It could get dicey fast. I was waiting for a pun, though. I was very much so waiting for a pun. Okay, so what... Ali Ababwa. What is happening here? So why? Why? Like, you're literally the exact same check. Like, obviously you're not getting in here, right? Because if we try to flash this screen, green, as the kids do, we're in room 54. You should be a 3. Yeah, so you're not even meeting the condition. Okay. What is wrong in my condition? We're saying game variable 981 is equal to game variable 981 plus game variables.value 999 times 4. Like, you're literally the exact same condition as the other thing. Just now, okay, now you're in the same order. So if 981 plus 999 times 4, which should be plus 4. So if 985 is equal to 981. Huh. I don't get it. If that changes things, that'll be crazy. Dan over on YouTube says, yo! Hello, Dan. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hope you had an absolutely fantastic weekend. How's life? How are things going for you? Hope you had a great week, too. I know, you know, I keep having to say, asking people about their week, because I was out. I was out all of last week, and it is very sad that I missed all of your entire week. But I'm back. I'm back, and life is good. Okay, so what if we set this to be a 1? There should be no 1. Okay, you go red. Okay. Interesting. So it's checking things correctly for what they should not be. But it's not checking things for when they should be correct. Huh. Alright, so we are in room 56. Leave, back, use the pick the lock. This is 4. It should be 4. Which means we come over to here. So 981 is 4. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. You are also 4. Now you're showing as being red. Now you're 0. Has that been happening the whole time? No. There's no way that's been happening the whole time. I would have noticed that. Right? Would I have noticed that? Am I just an idiot? Has that actually been happening the whole time? Okay, so you're at 3. I go over here. It has been happening the whole time. So what? What? Why? I should not be doing anything to the variable. Yeah, change picture. So show picture, show picture, show picture. Was the selection minus? I threw this in here so I could have a quick reference to variables. I forgot to get rid of it. I just needed to check variable IDs. And so I threw that in there to be like, all right, I'm just going to throw in this change variable command so that I can quickly just like look and see what variable IDs they are. And I forgot to get rid of it, which means I was zeroing out the freaking thing. If that fixes it, I'm going to be happy, but I'm also going to be just like, oh my gosh. It's fine. It's fine. Like, oh my god. Okay, all right. I mean, at least we're making progress now. We're making progress. Stupid progress, we're making progress. All right. Good times. Good times. Summer Dev, you said, Raid, do you stream too? Summer Dev does stream, actually, yes. The state of the condition insults my intuition, and it only makes me crazy and a hard heart like wood. Cat Manja. No, I only have a Twitch account to watch movies. No, that's not true. That is not true. Summer Dev does stream. Make sure to go tune in. In fact, Summer Dev has some awesome streams coming up this week, so make sure to go in and tune in this week for the amazing streams that Summer Dev has planned. And if Summer Dev does not stream at all this coming week, then I guess you can unfollow. You have my permission. First thing I thought when I heard condition. We did it. We did it. We did it. It is all fixed. You got this. I appreciate this, Summer Dev. I appreciate it. It happens. It does happen. What? No. All right, I'm just teasing. Summer Dev is going to be off this week. Summer Dev is going up on a hiking trip, I believe, with their father. So should be an absolute blast of a time. But if you want absolutely fantastic content, way better than the content here, make sure to go follow. I almost said Moonwood Games. Make sure to go follow Summer Dev because yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. So yeah, make sure go and give a follow to Summer Dev. Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff over there. Especially after coming back. I mean that's true. That is a good point. After coming back, I do have to kind of get back into the swing of things. So, you know, it's not going to be a blast. I'm filled with dread. No, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be so great. It's going to be awesome. What's your Twitch channel? The Twitch channel is Sum with a capital S, Ran with a capital R, and then Dev with a capital D. I don't know if the capitalization works or it doesn't. What is this? Moonwood. That is not the one. That is not the one. Absolutely not. Let me come over here. I'm going to come over here to channel. Actually, no, here we go. We're just going to do a / shout out at SumRandev. Now, I think if you click on that, there we go. That'll take you straight to their channel. What am I doing here? Why is it playing my stream? I don't understand this. Why would the away say, check this out? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Get it off my screen. Get it off my screen. Hashtag giveaway. Also, we only had 3 people join. Surd doesn't count. So they all gotta... Oh, that's right. Oh my goodness, we gotta do a giveaway. Yes, because you are a suggestion. Oh, that would do it. That would do it. As I said it that way. Well, thank you, Sumrandev. I appreciate it. All roads lead back to Moon. I'd like to think so. Dude Mooney, I remember the second time I tried to find your stream and I had such a hard time because I kept accidentally typing Morning Wood Games. It shows you because he rated you. I think that's true. But no, I do remember that. I do remember that, you searching for Morning Wood Games. And then I remember searching for Morning Wood Games and there's actually someone with the name Morning Wood Games. Time for a rebrand. Oh, don't worry. I thought about it, but somebody else already beat me to it. Someone already has Morning Wood Games. Moonwood Games. There we go. I should just rebrand back to the Moonwood Games. I think that'd be good. Let's see. Dan says, I took a break from my Terraria world generator and put together a simple match 3 game. Like it. I like it. And then I pasted on some roguelike mechanics. That is an absolute blast. There's no art yet, so it's all colored squares, sliding around, and a simple text. Hey, it has to start somewhere, and the fact that you were able to get that working is absolutely beautiful. Morningwood Games, new VTuber design income. No, that would be horrible. Absolutely horrible. Morningwood is also with the capital. Okay, that's a good one, Steve. That is a good one right there. I like that. Brian Frankfurt says, is this Morningwood Games? It is, Brian. It is. And welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Hope you had a great week as well. I'm not sure if you tried to tune in. I was not going live last week. I was out, but I'm back and trying to get back into the swing of things, but I'm getting very easily distracted, more so than usual. I'm working on a simple game too, making my own AI, making my own AI is making my own plugins and everything. Very nice. Maybe when I'm done, I'll share it with y'all. Not a bad idea. I would love to see what you and your AI companion are working on. I guess I probably shouldn't say your AI companion because in today's day and age, that could mean something else. I'll be glad to see what you're working on. Okay, yes, so let's do the hashtag giveaway because I completely forgot about that. Let's come over here and let's come over there and then let's go over. There we go. Game key giveaways. All right, here we go. Yeah, so it looks like, oh my goodness, everybody. It looks like, yeah, so we got, oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, there we go. I guess there's going to be a very much higher chance for being able to get. So, let's come over to where I had it up. Or not have it up. I guess I don't have it up. Do I have it? Do I have it? I thought I had it bookmarked. Oh, right there. Literally right there. Wait, is this the updated one? I feel like this is not the updated one. Oh, wait, was this for Sunday the 14th? That's today. Entries are closed. Is this not the one? Or did we just keep everyone on here from the last time? We may have just left other people on here from the last time. Let me know, though. Loki. Let's see. Maybe I'm done. I will share it. LOL, AI companion. Dang, peoples don't appreciate the giveaway. I know, it's like, it's a free game. It's a free game. Like, there's literally nothing to lose. You just come in here, you add a reaction, and then it's just a good time. So, yeah. Only 3 people joined. They all got a key. I said, oh. See, I thought you were meaning this right here, but now I'm seeing you said react to this post if you are new and haven't won a key yet. Sunday the 7th. That's my bad. That's my bad. I thought you were meaning that only 3 people reacted to this post right here. Okay, all right, yeah, I'm done. Well, there we go. If you reacted, congratulations. You got a free key. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Well then, everybody, make sure that tomorrow, when Loki posts a new post here in the channel, to go and add a reaction to it, because that will put you into the prize wheel drawing right here to be able to win a free Steam key. Now, keep in mind, this is not any Steam key. You can't just be like, I want whatever, because there's some very expensive games on Steam. But you will be given a list of, I think it was like 600 plus games, like 650 games or something like that, and you will be able to choose the game that you actually get to win. So make sure, again, yeah, add a reaction to the next post. So not this one is closed, but Loki will be posting a new post probably tomorrow at some point in time.
Moon Man has returned. Huzzah.
It's true. I'm back. Here I am, Ink. welcome in. I'm glad to see you here. Hopefully you had an absolutely great week last week, and hopefully you've had a great weekend as well. We're just going over the giveaway, just making sure that everyone is aware and making sure that everyone is signing up so that you can get a free Steam key. Yeah, again, make sure that tomorrow or whenever it is, sometime early in the week when the post gets made here in the channel, make sure to come in here, add a reaction. I think I will probably, I need to make sure that I'm doing better on like, you know, Tuesdays and Thursdays, highlighting it more so that people can remember that it's in here. So anyway, yeah, good times indeed. Thank you, Loki. I do appreciate that. I always forget to sign up. No worries at all. Dang, people, yeah, don't appreciate the giveaway. Only 3 people joined. I said that, unless you are Sird, because you don't exist in the giveaway world. I'm so sorry, Sird. It was okay, I think. Well, I mean, it's not great that it wasn't great, but I'm glad that it was at least okay. And you think, did you forget that it was already okay? Or was it just that kind of meh of a week that it's kind of like, nah, it was okay? Let's see, Tilla says, hi guys, hello, Tilla, welcome, glad to see you here again. Sorry I couldn't join over the past week. The Nation Knock Hockey League Finals games were at the same time as these streams. No worries at all. Funny enough, I was not streaming at all last week. Last week I was on vacation, and so I was out all of last week. So you missed nothing at all, so you were good. But it sounds like you had an absolute blast of a time. How did the finals go? Hopefully things went well. Just wrapped up, so I should be here more often. Well, I do appreciate that, so thank you so much for that. But yeah, hopefully it went well. I hope. Fingers crossed for the team that you were rooting for, whichever that one may be. I see my name on that wheel. I most certainly did not join this one because I won last time. Yeah, so this one, so this was my bad. This one was from the last time we did a wheel spin, and I just completely forgot to I misread the message. So yeah, so no worries there. It sounds like anybody who reacted to this post just got a free key anyway. So yeah, so if you reacted, if you're one of those 3 people, or I guess one of those 4 people minus some Randev, because some Randev has won too many times, then congratulations on winning a free key. I did stream 6 hours Saturday and 4 hours Saturday. Oh my god. Those are some long streams. Well, I'm proud of you for keeping with it and for still going with that. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Well, hopefully they were good streams and not just long streams. Hopefully they were good. Moonman, have you seen any World Cup match? I have seen 0. I follow about this many sports. That's a 0. I don't know sports. I don't understand sports. I'm glad that people like sports. I'm glad that people take an interest in sports. I don't understand how people can follow it so much and know so much about it. I have coworkers that are just like,
Quell says, what's the plan for today?
I'm glad that you asked. We're gonna be finishing up on the lockpicking. I have people at work that are just like they know like everybody's names. Like they know everybody's team compositions. They know who's going where, who's getting drafted, who's not, who's doing what. And I'm just like, how do you keep all of this straight? There are literally like dozens and dozens and dozens of teams per sport, and then you have hundreds of players, and I'm just like, how do you keep all this? But they'll be like, oh yeah, Peter Teinfeld is going over to this team over here, and he's signed a friggin' $2.5 million contract, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, and he had these stats last season, so it makes sense they're paying him this much for that. I'm just like, how do you remember all this stuff about all these people? I'm just like, I don't know. It really kind of makes me think, how is it that the people that follow sports so much are usually the ones to be like, ha, you play video games, nerd? And it's like, you know more about these sports than I know about these other things over here. I think that makes you the nerd. Just saying. I'm just saying, maybe being a nerd is not that bad, especially when it comes to the interest that you have. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm glad that people enjoy it. I'm glad that people have a good time with it. I'll watch a game if it's on. Like if I go over to someone's house and they're watching a game, I'm like, sure, I have no idea what's going on, but I'll watch. But I've never sat down to watch a sports event ever in my life. Okay, that's not true. That is not true. I used to watch the Utah Jazz play back when I was a wee little lad of like 8 years old. Back when my dad used to follow them. So back in the 90s, You know, back in the glory days of the Utah Jazz with John Stockton, Karl Malone. Those are the good times. Those are the good times. That's when I knew about 4 NBA players on one team. And I knew Michael Jordan. I knew of Michael Jordan. Anyway, all that to say, if you enjoy a thing, go enjoy that thing. I'm glad you enjoy that thing. Just don't tear anybody else down for the things that they enjoy. Anyway, yes, the plan for today, we're working on the lock-picking minigame, and we are getting the pins working to be able to, like, show progress and, like, you know, show if you have the thing correct or incorrect on the pins. So if I come over here, actually, this is going to be a good test to see if this is actually working. Wait, this is not going to work yet. Will it work? I kind of want to see. I want to see if this is going to work. So let's come over here to room N. Change that to -1, and we're just going to go over here and then over there. If we pick the lock, so this is what I currently have. So these are like indicators to like show the pins that you currently have. But down here on the bottom, I just have it's just gonna be here for testing purposes. So down here is gonna show what the actual pin combination is. So it's 4 1 1 1. So we're testing this first pin right here to get everything working. So since this is a 4. If I set this to be, so if I set it to be a 4 and I come over here and I lock this into place, it should go green because it is a 4. So at that point, you should know you shouldn't have to change that at all. But if I change that to a 3, it should, let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. It goes red because there are no 3s in the combination. But if I come over here and I say, all right, let's set this to be a 1, it should then go orange because there are 1s. Ah, look at that. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. Anyways, that's the plan for today. So that's technically working now there. So then we need to get it working for these other 3 sections, and then we need to actually get the final one where, like, after you lock in this last section, it then checks to see, is it all correct? Great. It unlocks the chest. If not, then it like breaks the pick off in the lock, and then the chest it's just you cannot ever open the chest. Because, you know, the lockpick broke off in the lock, and yeah. It's actually something I've never really thought about with, like, lockpicking minigames, is that if you break your lockpick in the lock, you're kind of screwed.
Chong_2031 wants Moonman to do 10 chest benders.
Well, we're gonna have to do some chest benders. You're totally fine. No. They're there on purpose to be redeemed, so you're good. Oh.
The Steventh wants Moonman to do 10 bicep curls.
Well, we will definitely be doing those. Let me just get caught up on chat really quick. Ooh.
The Steventh just redeemed Streak.
And we've got the trifecta, everybody. Oh, this is gonna be a good time. Let's see, you could say the same thing about any other special interest. I mean, that's true. That is true. I don't even like esports, normal sports, even less. That's fair. I mean, like, I've never really followed esports, but I have watched a few esports matches. They're entertaining. I will say, esports so much more entertaining than regular sports. Like, you got, like, the freaking camera that's, like, you can, like, get, like, first-person views, and, like, I know you can on some sporting events, like, on the bigger ones, but, like, I don't know. I feel like esports is so much more fun to watch than regular. It's probably just because I know video games more than, like, regular sports, and so that's probably why. But, anyway. Let's see, and a 20 stream streak for Ink, thank you so much for streaming here in the stream. 20 streams in a row. I do appreciate it. Remember, everybody, if you're going to streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. But thank you for that. Preach. No joke.
Says, I have a Trello board for improving my Twitch and YouTube. Wish me luck with that.
I like it. It is always a good thing to follow the things you're working on, because if you don't have something written down, whether it's in a notepad, on a sticky note, in a Trello board, whatever it may be, you're going to forget. You're going to forget what it was, why it was, anything like that. And then, like, when it comes time to be like, okay, what am I going to work on next? You're just like, So that is really good to have. I like that. No joke, a guy I know said video games are for kids/autistic people and proceeded to recite every single formation in the UCL that year. That's what cracks me up. Because, yeah, a couple of my coworkers, like, they'll tease me for being, like, so into gaming, and then I'll sit here there and, like, listen to them talk nothing but sports all day, and they'll go, like, crazy into details about, like, the different players and stats, their contracts, where they've been in the past, like, for the past 10 years of their career, and I'm just like, sounds pretty nerdy to me, guys. What was he saying? Children and autistic people are equivalent? I think just meaning young kids or autistic people. It's probably what Dazu's meaning. And also probably what the other person was meaning. Like 30-something teams of 20-plus people. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, sports are just games, so it's all kid stuff, generally speaking. That is true. That is a good point. More like video games are aimed to autistic. Oh, gotcha. That's still not great. Yeah. That is. I'm sorry, just curious. Yeah, you are totally fine. No worries there. Let's see. I have a Trello board for improving my Twitch and YouTube. I forgot to write things down. I do that all the time. I do it all the time. I write stuff in a notebook in a language from a game that I forgot already. Now that notebook has a bunch of stuff I can't read. That's not good. That is not good at all. I hope that one day you'll be able to read it so you can remember all the things you did write down. Yeah, welp. Definitely welp. Let's see here. Just wrapped up, so I should be free more. I see my name on that wheel. The Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup against the Vegas Golden Knights. Very nice. I was cheering for Carolina. Well, there we go. Then that is absolutely an absolute blast. I'm glad. As far as I'm concerned, every sport is golf. I mean, hey, if that's what you're into, if that is what you're into, Dan, or if you're not into sports, and so you're just thinking, oh yeah, all sports are just golf, then that would make sense as well. Sports fans of video games definitely overlap these days, but that's enough about sports. Exactly, that's enough about sports. No more sports talk here on this stream. This is a dev stream, not a sports stream. Speaking of being a dev stream, let's jump in here and let's do the trifecta. Let's get buff, everybody. The perfect thing that, yeah. My brain is not working well. Let's do the trifecta, everybody. Here we go. Oh, boy. Hand on the clock. You know how this goes. Count them with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. And now it's time for the chest benders. Here we go. Count them with me. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. I almost lost control of that one that time. Smokes, that was dangerous. Very dangerous. All right, everybody, let's do some stretching. Let's go to the left this time. And then to the right. And backwards. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Oh, thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Whew. Buffed nerds. Let's go. Just get buff. Get buff, everybody. Ooh, all right. Oh, let's see here. Not to mention, the language is hard to translate due to me using a serif typeface version of it for ease of writing. I'm very, yeah, that is not good. I mean, that's cool that you had a whole language. Do you not have like anything to like help kind of remind you of what was going on there? I mean, I'm like grasping at straws, just like crossing my fingers and hoping there's some way to be able to like get all these notes back for you. Okay, everybody. So that is working there for the first set of pins. What we should be able to do is essentially, yeah. So check first pins. This is basically this right here. Is there a way? I
Going
could.
to the Inkwell says, Ivy's dinosaur fact of the day.
Ooh.
There was a dinosaur who had claws that were 3 feet in length. Yes, really. It was called Therizinosaurus and it had the longest claws of any known animal in Earth's history.
That is absolutely terrifying. 3 feet. Whew. I would not want to be attacked by something like that. That is horrifying. Archaeologists will eventually find it and think it contains secrets beyond imagination. Don't worry, Mooney. I was joining you in your exercise. I used to work out for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Phew, that was a while ago. Holy smokes. 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. That is crazy. That is. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Even at my peak, back in my 20s, I never worked out that much. That is insane. kind of jealous. I always wanted to be someone who was just like dedicated enough, because that takes a lot of dedication. That is so much dedication. I always wanted to be someone like that. Never was though. I just had to relearn the language again somewhere in the future. I guess that's true. That is true. I believe in you though. I believe in you. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. You're gonna get all those notes back and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what all that was. It's gonna be a good time. I don't work out. My job is already a workout for me. Cries in disaster response team. Oh my gosh. You're a part of a disaster response team? Yeah, that is workout enough. That is a massive workout. See, I kind of stopped working out when I was working graveyards at an explosives factory. I was working 12-hour shifts and I was on my feet for like basically that entire 12 hours, and I was lifting like 75-pound buckets of explosive powder, like basically the entire time. So that was a workout. That was a workout. And I kind of stopped working out then. But then once, you know, you start getting like desk jobs, then you kind of have to start working out, because if you don't, you get fat and flabby. Like I currently am. I need to get better at it, because yeah, not good. Not good. Yeah, but that is crazy.
Going to the Inkwell says, believe it or not, Therizinosaurus was a herbivore, not a carnivore. We're not totally 100% sure what it used its claws for.
Let's see. Herbivore, 3-foot claws. I mean, I'm sure there's already guesses and assumptions, theories. My assumption would be to be able to just whack down like entire limbs off of trees, or be able to just claw their way through different like types of vegetation to then be able to eat it. That would be my assumption. Yeah. Or scratch their back. I think Steven's got a good point there. But you had a blast. It was an absolute blast of a time working those 12-hour graveyard shifts at the explosives factory. And I know that I say that, but it was quite literally at a factory that manufactures explosives. So, yeah. Like, it was dangerous, but it wasn't like... We weren't making gunpowder, right? We were making, like, the little explosive pellets that go inside of airbags. Because, like, whether you... I don't know if everybody knew this or not, but when an airbag goes off, it's actually an explosion. It's not just, like, compressed air that gets shot into the thing, like, because it has to expand in... How fast do airbags expand? It's, like, 0.01 seconds or something like that. Then an airbag goes from, like, inside the car to, like, fully expanded. Like, it has to happen like that. And so, yeah, so it's like it's a tiny explosion that happens to be able to, like, ignite, to expand. But basically, the way that they do it is there's, like, a small amount. So, like, they basically get made into, like, these little pellets. Like, tiny pellets. Like, smaller than a dime. So about the thickness of probably, like, 2 or 3 dimes stacked on top of each other. Then, like, half the diameter of a dime. So, tiny pellets. And then basically, like, they put just like a small handful, like you could fit just like a handful of pellets in your hand, and that's what's actually going into, and then it creates the explosion, and that's what actually like expands it. So it's not that dangerous when it is like in such a small amount, but when you are carrying 75-pound buckets of this stuff, that's when it gets dangerous. There was actually, it didn't happen when I was there, but it was like literally the week that I left. One of the press machines, because like all of like the actual pressing happened in like, you know, stuff that was further out, and then all the pellets would get fed in through conveyor belts, dropped into buckets, and then we were like the ones who were like packing up the buckets and like putting them to a forklift. But basically, about a week after I left, someone didn't clean the press on like the schedule shift well enough, and so stuff got stuck inside the hydraulic press, and so it accidentally compressed one a little bit too much, because it was just a little bit too much in there, and yeah, it ignited, and that one pellet ignited, which doesn't cause a huge explosion, but it happened to ignite right as like the hydraulic press was coming up, and so the explosion kind of like it like popped out, and then it, you know, hit everything else, which then caused this chain reaction, and yeah, basically the giant garage door, it was like the freaking like 15-foot tall by like 15-foot wide garage door, just it didn't get quite blown off, but it was a large dent. Basically, the entire interior of the building caught fire and then just exploded. So I was very glad that I didn't work there at that time. Not good times at the explosives factory. But they're good now. They're good now. So there you go. I may not be able to say that I worked at Blizzard for 7 years, but I can say that I've worked at an explosives factory. There we go. There's my credentials for game dev. I've worked midnights. I've worked graveyards at an explosives factory. Yeah, I don't work out either anymore. My job is also a workout for me. Astronaut rockstar. What? Jerry, you're living the dream. Best comparison, a giant ground sloth. Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah. Most people think it was pull down the branches and such. I mean, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Let's see. Drip Advisor says, man, I wish I was better at socializing like a normal person. I talk about myself too much. I mean, I'm literally doing it now. I struggle to find other things to talk about. Honestly, I'm not that great either. If I was sitting in a room and I was looking at all 16 of you, I guess 4 over on YouTube as well. If I was sitting in a room looking at all 20 of you right now, I would I would have no idea what to say. Not a clue what to say. But I think because it's all through a camera and a screen, and I see you talking, and I know you're watching, there's just like that nice disconnect where I'm like, oh yeah, I can just kind of chat. Everything's fine. Everything's good to go. But I get you, Drip Advisor. Moonwood has a motto. When you're here, you're taking off your shoes. This is a no shoes house. I do. That is a direct quote that I have sketched into my door. Yeah, I work in a civil defense force for 3 years already, on my way to become lieutenant this August. Well, congratulations. That is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, 3 years is a good amount of time. So that is awesome. That is awesome. You're going to be lieutenant soon. Yeah, very nicely done. Yikes on bikes. Well done, bro. Don't worry, Moon. I also have working with explosives before. Gas line explosion last year. Luckily, everyone's alive. Yeah, that kind of stuff I'm like, I would not want to mess with. I'm okay working with like little powdery substances that, yes, they can ignite, but I'm like, nope. I'm gonna stay over here now at my desk, and I'm gonna call it good. Congrats, dude. I'm very happy for you. Good times indeed. Let's see here. Okay, just making sure. Okay, YouTube, we're good to go. All right, so is there a way for me to be able to basically reuse this code so I don't have to duplicate it 3 more times? Yes, there is. But here's the plan. Here is the plan. We're gonna say, should we do a loop? We can do a loop. Let's do a loop. Put this in the loop. I'm gonna say right before the loop, we're gonna say control variables. We're gonna set. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are the answers. Then we have pins 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that means we have 17, 18, and 19. I think we can use 17. That's 997. Yes, let's use 997 or 998. We use 998. 998 set you to be equal to 0. Cool. Now, we're gonna say, what are we gonna say? See, down here at the end, I know what we need to do here. Just say add 1, 998. I'll just say conditional branch variable at 998 greater than or equal to. Let's see. So we're gonna loop through. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3. I think you're 3. If you're greater than or equal to, no, if you're greater than or equal to 4, break the loop. Okay. So this guy right here. So 981. Ink says, note when I say most people, I mean paleontologists and people whose job it is to study this stuff. Don't make regular jokes. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so people who actually know what they're doing and talking about, that would make a lot more sense. I don't believe you. Not sure I understand the metaphor. If it was mentioned, my internet was not interneting. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, also, being a father probably steers you away from risky jobs. That is true. That is true. Yeah. Having a child and a wife does kind of make me not want to do crazy dangerous stuff if I can avoid it. Like, obviously, my desire to provide would outweigh my risk aversion, but I would like to wait. I would like to avoid too risky of things. So, Senesha!
Welcome Zedashore and your 29 amazing audience members.
Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome everyone. I'm glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic time. Hopefully the stream went well for you, Zedashore. Yeah, so thank you so much for that. Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome. We are working on a lockpicking mini game for our game, for our roguelike, where you'll be able to unlock chests. So we're making some good progress there. And yeah, hello man. I gotta run. But what are you working on tonight? Well, I'm glad that I was on top of that. Yeah, so lockpicking mini game, absolute blast of a time. But Zed, I do appreciate the raid so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, totally understandable. Raid and run, no worries at all. I know that after a long stream, you got stuff to do. You got sleep, food, bathroom, whatever it may be. So, but thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And yes, welcome everyone. Welcome. Really quickly, for anybody who doesn't know me, I am Moonwood Games. We're working on a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias, where the combat is blackjack. And yeah, so right now, again, like I said, we're working on a mini game to be able to pick the lock of chests if you do not have a key to unlock them, be able to get goodies and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, would absolutely love for you to hang out, hang out, chat, all the good stuff. And if not, then I do appreciate you being here at the very least. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Let's see here. Dazu says, I don't know. And Ink says, wait, you have a kid? I do have a child. I've got a daughter, and she is absolutely adorable. A little 4-year-old, and yeah, she is so much fun. Raid, hello. And let's see, yeah, so hello, gotta run. What are we working on tonight?
And then we got, well, I appreciate that. Tilla says, been having awful baby fever the past couple of months, but no way I'm ready for that. Hey, if you're not ready for that, I get the feeling. Like,
don't get me wrong. I spent my entire, I spent basically the entirety of my 20s just wanting a child, but not ever able to, like, I was not able to find a person that I was like, I will have a child with you. You know how it goes. I feel like if you are currently single and in your 20s, I feel like you probably kind of know what that feels like. But yeah, and then finally, as I was 29, 28, late 20s, like basically end of my 20s, is when I finally found my wife, got married, and we were both like, all right, we're ready for kids. Let's have a child. So anyway, yeah, good times. What it means is your good buddy Moonwood, whose real name is Chuck Wachowski, is a good guy, and you don't need to be nervous. Socialize. That's true. I try to be a good guy. See, D. Steven says, that is nuts. Never heard of a guy wanting a child in their 20s. Yeah. I know that not all guys. Okay, so here's the thing. Most guys are not going to talk about wanting to have a child when they're in their 20s. You know, they've got a lot of other stuff they're focused on. But if you talk directly to someone in their 20s about having a kid, like in the right setting, obviously. Like if you're just like, hey, you want a kid? Like most guys are just gonna be like, no. like in the right setting, especially like given like the right circumstances, there were a lot of guys, you know, when I was in my 20s as well, like when we would kind of chat about it, like so long as we were in the right setting, you know, it was like, yeah, like I also want a kid, like at some point in time, like I hope soon. But you know, obviously, again, dating pool can be a little bit sketchy, and I'm meaning this in both directions, right? I'm not just saying that, like, guys have some, you know, difficulty or something like that. Like, I know that the dating pool, not great for guys or girls right now. But yeah, it was actually surprising to see just how many people do want children. They just don't really talk about it a whole lot. So, anyway, yeah, so totally get it, Tillo. Yeah, 100%. I don't understand that. I felt that exact same way not that long ago. And I will say, definitely waiting until, one, you found the right person, because obviously, like, you don't want to jump in and just have kids with anybody. Yeah, find the right person, and you don't have, like, okay, here's a bit of advice from Father Moonwood here for you. Hopefully it'll be some good advice. You're never gonna be ready. It doesn't matter. if you are in a position right now where you could have kids, you know, you're with someone, you're married, you're dating, whatever it may be, you're living together, doesn't matter. If you've been together for a while, here's what I would recommend: at least a year. Be with this person for at least a year. But whether that is if you're thinking about getting married, if you're thinking about moving in together, or sorry, not moving in together. If you're thinking about getting married or like taking relationships like the next level, be with them for a year. Make sure you've seen them through every season. And then think about moving on to the next step. Now, I'm not saying you like have to be married to have kids, right? Like it helps. It helps, obviously, to be married when you have a kid. Not saying you have to, no. But if you are thinking, I would like to start a family, I would like to have a child, but I don't feel ready. You know, I don't have that job that I want. I don't have that education that I want. I don't have that house that I want. I don't have that car that I want. I just don't feel like I'm 100% ready. You're never going to. You're never going to feel ready. I didn't feel ready when my wife was like, guess what? I'm pregnant. I was like, oh. But if I was just like, we're not actually, we're not going to have a kid until we're ready, like, I probably still wouldn't have a kid, because I would probably still be like, I want a child, but I don't feel ready for a child. So just keep that in mind. If you're ever like, I'm feeling like I want to have a child, but I don't feel like I'm quite ready to have a child. If you are in a position where you're like, you've got someone in your life and you feel like they would be a good person to be able to raise a child with, whether this is a spouse or someone you've been dating for a while, don't put that off thinking, but I don't feel ready yet, because you're never going to feel ready. If you apply the same thing to anything. If you're like, I really want to make a game, but I don't feel like I'm ready to make a game, just start making your game. Start making your game, because you're never going to be ready. If you're waiting to do the thing until you feel like you're ready, you're never going to do the thing. So anyway, there's my advice to you, specifically Tillo, and to anybody else who is in a position where you would want this kind of advice. Speaking from experience, I know that I have way less experience than other people in life, but speaking from experience, do the thing, because you're never going to be ready, but I promise it's going to work out. So let's see, what's I missed up? That's nuts. Let's see, I settled for having an uncle, got tons of love, and no responsibilities. Hey, there you go. And honestly, that is a great way to go. Like, that is honestly how I spent basically my entirety of my 20s, and it was a good time. It is a lot of fun to be able to spend time with nieces and nephews, and then after that, I'll just be like, all right, see ya. You're going over this way with mom and dad. That is honestly a great way to go about it, too. See, Kyrie says, can confirm there will always be a will do X and then when Y, and Y keeps changing. With kids, you will never feel ready. I appreciate you with the confirmation, because yeah, it's I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I know for myself specifically, if I had waited until I was ready, again, wouldn't have a kid. Would not have a kid. Like Cat says, I just hopped on to hear you aren't ready for a child. Bad news, buddy. No. No, I'm saying before we had a child, I was not ready. For anybody wondering, like Cat, this is my wife. This is my wife right here. So, yes, definitely was not feeling ready before we had the child, but I feel ready now. If I was still saying, what the?
Charles have just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Charles, that is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to get your name in here really quickly. Very nice, very nice. Holy smokes. I know that your name is in here because we just saw your name not that long ago. So, Charles is going from a 7 to an 8, which means you are now coming up here right above the Steven. The Steven, I'm so sorry, but this is the way that I order things, is whoever has the top number of that like specific section, they're the ones that go on top. So, the Steven, I'm so sorry. Which is still number 8. And Charles, absolutely fantastic stuff. And thank you so much for watching for so long to be able to redeem your name 8 times in the credits. That is absolutely crazy. 80,000 channel points is wild. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I jumped right into learning better. See, there you go. So there you go. Yeah, don't ever hesitate on what you want to do because you feel like you're not quite ready. Do the thing you want to do, and you will make yourself ready. I feel like that's not as deep sounding as I thought it was going to be in my head, but you know what? I'm sticking with it. There you go. Do the things that you don't feel ready for so you can make yourself ready to do them. Believe it or not, Moonwood, real naming. Oh, wait. Named. What are these names? Mickey Labrador named his child after Chuck Norris, and now he sits home making games while his kid brings home the bacon. It's true. That Jerry, I don't know where you're getting all these actual real-life facts about myself, but it's making me nervous that I've revealed too much about myself. Making a sludge, farming, automation sim, sludging, refining more than farming. I like that. I like it. Like it says, phew, because our daughter is 4. I'm glad you feel ready. You know what? Now that she's 4, I'm kind of feeling ready. I think I'm ready to have a child now that she's 4. I remember that I go in the producer's list. That's true. That's true, Jerry. You definitely will. Don't you hate it when you carry something awkwardly with one arm and then get a shaky arm? Yet.
Cleric like a cat just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
We got a 2. That is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. It looks like now.
Cleric like a cat just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Well, you are now at an 11x. Because, you know, you definitely weren't going to be in the credits anywhere else. But I do appreciate you being in here 11 times. So thank you. Thank you for watching so much to be able to redeem 11,000 channel points. 110,000 channel points to be able to redeem it 11 times. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, the freaking shaky arm. I hate it. I hate it. It's the worst thing in the world. Not good. Not good at all. No bueno. That's crazy lore. Five taking over the stream. I know, right? I know. It's crazy. What is she doing? What is she doing in here? It's always a good time. It is always a good time. Every now and then, I'm like, I know that you lurk a lot. Then every now and then, I'm like, is she actually listening? And I feel like you usually are. Cleric like a cat, are you threatening me? Cleric, why you must continue to one-up me? I mean, to be fair, some random. She's not that far off. Just one off. There you go. It could be yours again. But no, I think Loki, you are 100% safe. I would be shocked if anyone could potentially threaten your position at 20x. Now I decided I'm only here to cause chaos. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. Oh, wait. You're his wife. Oh, yeah. Cleric like a cat is my wife. Yes. For anyone who is wondering, yes, Cleric like a cat is my wife. So she does pop in every now and then. It's a good time. Okay, let's jump back in here and let's do some more game dev stuff, shall we? Okay, so. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we have variable 998 that we can start to utilize. So, 981. 981 would be pin 1. We need to say, what are we going to do here, actually? Oh, that's cool. We can get in the credits. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so there is a redeem. It is 10,000 channel points. So it is, so it's basically for anybody who watches for a while. I'm trying to remember exactly how long it takes. So I think it's currently saying on average, most people get about 230 points per hour. So, is that right? Yeah. So honestly, like, it would just take like a couple weeks of watching, and then you're good to go. And obviously, you know, like, and that is like for someone who is just lurking, whatever it may be. You do get like the bonus points every now and then. If you're here at the end of the stream when we do the raids, you also get more points. Stream streaks, you get points. So there are extra ways to be able to get more points. And also we have the coin flip as well. It can also get you more points. It is kind of a gamble. It is a little bit of a gamble. But if you get it right, then there we go. Legally and all. Kids must be asleep in bed. That is true. Yes. So we put our daughter to bed about, what, 3 hours ago? 2 hours ago? 3 hours ago. Yeah. So I've just been doing some game dev, and she's been playing some Final Fantasy XIV. I told them we were going to be streaming a session of D&D, and I'll run the game. That's true. And I did talk with her. I think that after I talked with her, I think I only saw you in one other stream, Jerry, and I completely forgot to bring it up. But yes, she is on board. She is on board to play some D&D. I need to get back to work on Sludge Co. at some point. I'm off and chilling on the weekend, probably tonight or tomorrow morning. I think that's a good idea. I was gonna say blast of a time, and then I decided to say good idea instead. Drip Adventure. I've never played D&D. It's not that well known here in Malaysia. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, D&D is definitely more popular here in America, but it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I'm not good at it, but it is fun. It takes me a while to get in the zone and fully get my head in the project. That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, trying to get your head, like getting your attention on what you're working on can be a little bit difficult. He agreed and volunteered you as well. He tells me you run the games normally. True. Yeah. My wife is the DM for our current session we're playing. I am 9,000 away. Whoops, I mean 900. Oh, only 900 away. That is not bad. That is yeah. You could definitely get that probably by the end of tonight, if not by the end of next stream. Then. I do love me some D&D. People seem to like my RE streams. I would say so. I mean, I enjoy watching them. Dang it, 1900. Gotcha. Still though, not bad at all. Yes, he told me it will be nice not to have to run it. Yay! Played D&D over 20 years ago. That is a while ago. And that is a much different version of D&D than you were playing. You want in on this D&D sesh? I think we had kind of talked to some rand dev. I think. It was a while ago, though. Let's see, and then Tilla says, thanks in advance. Thanks for the advice. I'm glad that I can give some advice, and hopefully it is good advice. I hope. Anyway, okay, so we want to say 981 plus that variable. And then I think we want to say, yeah, then I think we would just say plus game variables dot value 998. That'll just be at the end. Yeah, so essentially this is just going to be at the end of any time it says variable 981. Anytime it says that, we also then need to say plus 998. That is going to be determined on the X, I can't think of the word. The X-axis, that's the word. This is 981 plus 998. Yes. And we show picture 107 plus 999 times 4. And then I guess plus
that. I think that'd be right. Pretty sure. Okay, and then the X position though needs to be. Ooh, okay. This one's gonna be a little bit weird, a little bit tricky. I think what we need to say.
Oh, wait, let's see. 999 times 32. Okay, so the Y can be the exact same.
Steven turned Moon Man into a chicken.
Well, hello. I'm a chicken. Bok, bok, bok. Bok, bok, bokity, bok, bok, bok. Welcome. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Okay, so this is 556. And this is going to say, plus this times. This is going to be based off of X position. This is going to be 56. Okay, so it's 556 plus this variable times 56. I think that's right. I hope that's right. We will find out, though, because we will come in here and we can just say, yes. Here's how we're going to make this work. If we make them all the correct thing, then we'll be good to go. Then we will be good to go. Let's see here. Dude, it's so fun. Check out some YouTube channels. If you ever want to give it a try, then let me know. Finished RE4 and its DLC while you were gone. Oh my gosh. What, you finished it already? That is insane. That is very nice, though. I'm glad that you got through it. I'm glad that you got through it. Speaking of coin flip, Malaysian kids, at least during my time, yes, I'm kind of old, played a lot of gambling games. Anything that has a random chance of happening, we will bet on it. We were like 8 to 12 years old. I feel like it's kind of just like it is a pretty fun thing to do, you know? So it kind of makes sense. Honestly. Heard a fun guitar riff in one of the ads, and now I want to pick up my guitar, but I don't know how it would work with a shaky fret hand. Yeah, that would be a little bit difficult, Drip Advisor, just a little bit. Yeah, I watched some Avantris full session, and it was fun. Chemistry Nick says, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, Chemistry Nick. Hopefully you have an absolute blast of a weekend. Hopefully it was a good weekend. I hope it was a good weekend for you. How you doing, though? How's life? Jerry says, hello. I'm almost done with RE5. Already? You finished RE4 last week, and then you're already almost done with RE5. That is crazy. Is there any KH fan? I'm not sure what KH is, so I don't know if I can say yes. Yeah, that's my question as well. I'm like, what? AH? What? So that's room 15. Pick the lock. So, if we set all of these to be the correct value, they should all go green. Ooh, they all went green. Okay, there we go. Is he gonna do it again? And again? Oh, yeah, buddy. Okay, so that means all we need to do is come over here. We just need to say, we just need to adjust some more things. That's gonna be great. Kingdom Hearts. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. I'm a fan of the idea. I've never played more than like 2 to 3 hours of the first one. That is my experience with Kingdom Hearts. Again, love the concept, love the idea, but I feel like I'm a little bit too far behind to be able to like jump in and start playing more. Raise his hand. I'm a fan. Ratioed someone about nuclear energy yesterday. 0 to 105. That is crazy. But I like that. I like that, Nick. Was it someone that was against nuclear energy? Dozer says, hell yeah. I've never played Kingdom Hearts before. Yeah, again, I mean, I've only played like the first couple hours. It was good though. And I love the idea of like essentially like a Final Fantasy setting mixed with Disney. I think it's super cool. I like it. I have 2 options on what series to play next. What is it? What are you gonna be playing, Ink? They were against, I was pro. I mean, that's fair. No, and honestly, like, okay, I don't want to say that no one has any valid criticisms, but I feel like most people that are against nuclear energy, it's just like a lot of fear mongering. You know, it's just a lot of people don't quite understand it. You know. And that's usually where that kind of scared mentality comes from. Which, like, I get it. Like, if all you know is the mainstream media hysteria about nuclear energy, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty terrifying sounding. But I'm just kind of like, if you know more about it and how safe it actually is, it's very safe. Very safe stuff. But, that doesn't those kinds of headlines don't get people to click. So, I get it. Okay, so we need to show image layer. That. So then you would show image layer. That. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So then is the X position of the picture. Essentially 556 U to U. Okay, so 556 we can replace with that. U we can replace with that. Okay. So Now, let's see what the freak happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that was room 39. Okay, so let's just say, for example, wow. What are the freaking chances there? So it starts on 4444, and the combination is 4444. That's crazy. That's the same combination I have on my luggage. So basically, at this point, we should just be able to do anything but that. If we leave that on 4, so we should be red, 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 green. There we go. We should be able to do... It should be red, red, green. Or red, green, green, green. Go. Is that you to you? You should be green, 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 green. Yeah! Okay, alright. But now, let's test some more things out. Okay, so that was room 43. Let's get something that's not just 999 or 4444. You know? Let's do that. Okay, pick the lock. We got 4112. So if we say, all right, let's just kind of do 3, 2, 4, 1. It should be, so there's no 3, so that should be red. You should be orange. You should be orange. You should be orange. Okay. That is not right. It is not right. Interesting, interesting. Because if I set you to 1, and you to 1, are you going to go green? Okay. So why... You can also just realize... I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I realized that because there's 2 1s in here. So it's going to put all of these to be orange. Even though I technically have the 2 1s locked in. I don't know. It might be a little bit confusing, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know how I would change that. They were against. I was pro. I'm doing proud mode in the first game. It made me appreciate the combat more. I used to go ooga booga and spam the attack button. That's fair. That's fair. They see Simpsons green. It's true. Yeah, most people see that and they're just like, it's like that is not even close to what it's like. Either the Metal Gear Solid series or the Mega Man series. Both would be absolutely fantastic. I almost feel like if you wanted to switch up, going Mega Man might be a good way to go. Meanwhile, here we have a project for nuclear-powered mobile evacuation center. Yeah, see, because here's the thing. It is definitely good to be prepared, just in case there is an issue, but the amount, like, the actual amount of issues, like catastrophic failures that have happened at nuclear power plants is so small compared to things that have happened at other, like, forms of energy generation. They just, like, don't talk about it. And it's never, like, anything, like, headline grabbing and, like, eye grabbing for the headlines. And so it's, like, they don't write about it. But there are a lot of bad things that have happened with other energy, too. But it's, like, you know, saying, like, oh, a power plant exploded. You know, everyone's just like, okay. Like, oh, no. It happens. But it's like, you know, if you hear, oh, there was a nuclear meltdown, everyone's like, dude, what the? What? But, like, they don't think about the fact that, like, there's so many things that have to go wrong for a nuclear meltdown. So, but it's good to be prepared. It is good to be prepared. From what I know, nuclear power plants can survive a bomb exploding. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think most modern ones are designed to, yeah, withstand things like bombs hitting them, essentially. Just 9 more school days, and I am freed. Nick, that is absolutely fantastic. I'm very excited for you. Very excited for you. Shouldn't the third one be red? It shouldn't have... Yeah, it should have been orange. Should have been orange. Yeah, so basically... So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Because again... Wait. Yes, because there is supposed to be a 2 and a 4, because there's a 2 here and a 4 here. They should not have been red. They should have been orange. I'm not sure what was going on there. That's what I need to look into and fix. Well, gotta go. If anyone wants something from me, DM/ping me. Nick, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see you on the Tuesday stream. I think it goes orange if the number is lower than the right one. I see that you want it to be adjacent. Like if 4 is right, 3 and 1 is right. So basically, so the way that the colors are working, I'm probably gonna have to like explain this when people like start the game. Yeah, so basically the way the colors are working. So green means you have picked the right number in the right spot. So the answer is 1, and I got 1, so it's green. And then orange is the number is in the part of the the number is a part of the combination, but it's not in that correct spot. So if I picked a 1 here, it's saying that like, yes, there is a 1 somewhere else. It's not in this spot. There is a 1 somewhere else. And then red is supposed to be, there is none of that number at all in this combination. So this one is correct. There is no 3 in the combination because the combination is 4, 1, 1, 2. So technically that is correct. I don't know why these are going red. These should be orange because it should be saying, hey, there is a 2 somewhere. It's over here. But for some reason it's showing as red. I didn't figure that out and why that's going on. I think it's probably just because like the checks that I have going on are incorrect. I think. Let me just double check though. Bring back the steam locomotive. That would be a good way to go. Hydrogen fuel cells are cool. They're pretty cool stuff. They are very cool. Alright, so I'm in room 23. So let's set that to -1. Let's come over here, back over here. Pick the lock. Okay, so we are 2, 4, 4, 3. So if we go... We set this one to a 3 and a 3. Maybe a 2. Alright, so we have 4, 3, 2, 4. And the combination is 2, 4, 4, 3. So all of these should be orange. They are. What if we set you to be 1, 1, 1, and 1? They should all be red. Okay. So then what if we do 2, 3, 4, 3. We've got... Okay. I don't know how it's getting this. Because that should be orange still, as far as I understand. Unless, of course, the code is doing something that I would not have anticipated. Like, it's possible, but I don't know how it would actually function. Okay, so we got 4, 4, 1, 1. So if I set these, so we go 1, 1, 1, 4. Orange, orange, green, orange. That is all correct. So if we say 4, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so here's why I'm confused. What it's currently doing technically here is what I kind of would have wanted the code to be. Because we have the 2 1s locked in, and so I would want this to go red to show there are no more 1s in this combination. But I don't know how it's actually doing that. Because I didn't intentionally tell it to do that. But it is somehow doing that. If I change this back to a 4, is this going to go back to orange, green? No. Okay, so you're red again. So that's what I'm so confused by, because I'm like, it's technically doing the thing that I would have wanted it to do here, but then over here it's like, okay, now it's just doing the incorrect things. So, what if I set you to 3? Because maybe that loop is just running for too long. Maybe. Yeah, let's go to room 2. Spawn a chest. Okay, so it was running the correct length. So it's not the loop. Loop is fine. $9.98. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to give it some thought. I mean, that's fair. That is fair, Inc. It's Big Pharma's fault. Freaking Big Pharma. Oh, Wordle rule. Yes, yeah. So we're kind of doing like a Wordle slash. There's another game called Mastermind. The Mastermind was actually the original in like this whole like code deciphering thing. But it's kind of like simplified like Wordle. So it's essentially Wordle rules, and you're just kind of like working through the combination like that. I was thinking Minesweeper rules. See, that would be another way we could do it if I can't get this to work quite right. We could do kind of Minesweeper rules essentially. Oh, unintentional feature. Yeah. So if Wordle rules, then it's correct. No, because there's only 1 3, since you already get the 3 to the right location, and the other 3 would be wrong, because there 3 is not. Yeah, so that's what I would want it to do. I have no idea how I would code that, which is why I was so confused at first, because I was like, is this actually working the way that I want it to, even though I didn't code it to do that? But it's not. It's just a bug in the code. So it's like, it's almost there, but not quite. But I'm not quite sure how to make it do that intentionally. So yeah, definitely an unintentional feature. Oh, worse, it's a bug. It definitely is. Yeah, Resident Evil, the original, Big Pharma is terrible media. I mean, that's true. That is true. Resident Evil definitely was the original. Big Pharma is terrible. That's a great point. That is a fantastic point. Oh, man. Okay. So, I think maybe I just did something wrong in here. We're going to say 981 plus variable 999 times 4. So that would essentially be, so 981 plus 4, or 985. What? Thank you, actually. I appreciate that. Yeah, so 985 plus 998.
Which would be equal to 0. So we're saying 995, 996, 997, 998, or 985, 996, 997, 988.
So 988 should be, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. And if you're equal to 991 plus, or 981 plus 998. That'd be 981 plus 0, and then 982, 983, 984, 985. Or 981, 2, 3, 4. And it cancels. Goes away. I think I know what the problem is. I only added one of these conditions. Yeah, so I only came in here and I added this whole plus 998. I only added that once. This first one. And I also didn't adjust this. It's 982 plus that. And then, or 981 plus 981 times 4 plus 998 equals 993 plus that. Or if 981 plus 989 times 4 plus that is equal to 984 plus that. Then do that. So that would be why. It was all okay, that should fix it. Oh my gosh. Woo. Okay, so that is room 14. Go. Let us pick the lock. Okay, so we've got 1, 4, 4, 3. If we go 2, 3, 1, 4, we should have red, orange, orange, orange. Then if we come over here and we say, all right, you're 1, you're 4, you're 4, and you're 3. All green. Huh. So what is going on with the condition? The green is fine. Green is working. But in here, in this else, 981 plus 999 times 4 plus 983 is equal to 982 wait, 982 puzzle piece 2.
_Benedict says, I have a new Moonshan idea. Wearing a Supreme hat with a hoodie that says Swaggan called Brocken.
There we go, a good old bro-chan. That'd be a good time. That would be a good time. Where did that idea come from, Axel? How did that pop into your head? I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong. I'm just like trying to figure out how something like that, because it definitely did not come from looking at me. I'm definitely not the epitome of swag. Not even close. Not even. You know, I actually don't think I need 982. 983, 984. Never mind, I was completely wrong. I do not need these at all.
_Benedict just summoned Moonshan.
Ah, there we go. There's the swagger herself. Moonshan in the flesh. The epitome of drip. That's me. That's me, Moonshan. Everybody looks to me for style tips and all that good stuff. Definitely coming to me for those style tips. Okay, so that's not even close to what we needed to have. Between my 7th and 8th alcohol. That makes sense. Same place all good ideas come from. It's Fair point. Get an auto voice translator to make you speak Japanese when you become Mooch. If I could find something like that, that would be so much fun. I'm sure they make them, right? They gotta make them. I'd be down for something like that. Let's see, Tilla says, all right, gotta go. Have a nice stream. Good night, Tilla. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll see you on the Tuesday stream. So, good luck, and take care. Man, I did not think that it was gonna be this difficult to get in place. So 981 plus 989 times 4 plus 998 is equal to 982. And 3, 4, 3, 9. More. Yeah, so it's basically saying if you are correct, so if 981 plus variable 999 times 4 plus 998 is equal to 981 plus Is that right? $981. I think I'm thinking about this in the wrong way. So 981, 82, 83, 84 is on the z-axis of the lock. That is going to change based off of this variable. We're saying set it to 0. Then we're saying 981 long time no see, buddy. It clearly has been since I don't remember years. Axel, how could you forget? It's Jerry. Do you know what? Actually, I feel like you probably just need to change your username to Jerry. Jerry, all exclamation marks. I think that's a rule now. We got to make that a rule. You have to change it so that we can remember your name, Jerry. Jerry. I'm drunk, sorry. I mean, that's fair. You did say that you are, what, 8 alcohols deep? 8 cold ones deep? I can see it. Jerry! Good old Jerry. Okay, you don't have to change your username. But it would be great if it was just Jerry exclamation mark.
Benedict says, Jerry.
I've lost track of
Jerry.
I can't remember.
Jerry.
Oh, dang it. I was going to stop on that one, too. Oh, I would have been so close. I was going to stop on that last one, and... dang it. So I was one off. I was going to be one off. Jerry exclamation point was my father's name. That's fair. I wouldn't want you to have to do something like that, then. You do 3 exclamation marks. You're fantastic. Oh, I should not have undertook this on the first day back. The second exclamation mark indicates junior. Moonman, I have a level generation question. Yes. What is it? What is it, Dazu? And I will see if I can somehow help. Somehow. Because if we're doing 981 plus 998 here. But I don't think I need to do 981 plus 998. I don't think you need that. You're specifically checking pin 1, regardless of where you are. Which means you would be checking 982. Regardless. Rub some bacon on it. It's true. Rub some bacon on it, it'll be fine. Be all good. Gosh, the freaking obsession with bacon years ago. Crazy. Did anybody ever have the bacon flavored shake? And I think it was Wendy's? Wendy's do the bacon flavored shake? Or am I the only one here? It's terrible, just in case anybody is wondering. Okay, so if we go 3, 4, 4, 1, it should be all green. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So obviously, this condition needs to increment. So I guess the question is then, rub some bacon on it in the bathroom sink. Never had it. Yeah, it was not great. All right, I gotta go to bed. Ink, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll see you on the Tuesday stream. So, take care. Good luck. Rub Some Bacon in It is a Rhett and Link song from some odd 11 years ago. Oh, it's true. It's true. I remember the song. But I also feel like there was just like an obsession with bacon for a while. Where like, again, I'm pretty sure that Wendy's had a bacon flavored shake. And it was not good. It's probably right around that time that, you know, they made the song. So, it makes sense. This local burger place does bacon jalapeno cheeseburgers. That actually sounds really good right now. You can also get the medium rare. Thanks for landing for a while. Moon joke. Get them medium rare. Not get the medium rare. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, bacon used to not sell well, and they had to do a ton of marketing for it. It's true. That bacon was not popular, and now it has been popular. And now it's so expensive. I wish it would go back to the good old days when it wasn't expensive. Back before it was popular. Bacon used to be a peasant food like lobster. Well, I will happily be a peasant then. Happily. Actually, I haven't done one of these in a while. Oh. I feel a Axel's fun fact coming on. So... So variable 982. I'm making some tweaks to the level gen that I can add conditions to spawn certain rooms based plugin parameters. Right now I'm doing locked rooms, but what if the locked room blocks the exit? How would you solve it in your game? I don't need code, I just need the logic behind it. That's a rough one. It's kind of the joys of random gen, right? Is it's kind of impossible to know what's gonna be what. Oh. How would you handle something? Hmm. Where's the button that donates bacon and a can of Dr. Pepper? I would make that button in a heartbeat. Easy, I got this, Moon. All right. Yeah, because I'm like trying to think of like the best way you would solve for something like that. To add more context, I start the gen from the starting room and check for doors from there. Gotcha. Yeah, but like it is kind of like, well, you know, if you do have locked doors and one of them is blocking the exit, then it's like, but if you don't want an exit behind a locked door, yeah, that is a tough one. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure how you would do that. It's kind of why I've like avoided doing things like that in my random dungeon generation, is because I'm like, yeah, not exactly sure how that would go about. But hopefully Jerry's got something for you. I hope. Fingers crossed. So obviously, we need to have 981 plus 998. And over here, we can't change those. I feel like I'm so close, but it's just not clicking. So 988, 981 plus 999 times 4 plus 998.
Underscore Benedict
What
says,
Oh,
hello everyone and welcome back to Axel Benedict's Fun Facts. About 50 years ago, lobster was so common, they gave them regularly to prisons, and kept the fish they actually wanted. A few decades later, lobsters became almost endangered. Lobsters also have something in them that allow them to live forever, only dying by being eaten or starving during molting. This is called telomeres, and they heal the ends of your chromosomes, allowing your DNA to properly conduct mitosis without degrading.
I'm sure it's been looked into, but we need to look into that. We need to look into how that would work. That's crazy. That is wild. Although I don't know. I don't think I want to live forever. I don't think I would want to do that. It honestly does not sound that enticing, if I'm being completely honest, to live forever. Like, I know a lot of people would be like, yeah, living forever, that'd be awesome. I'm like, I wouldn't mind extending my lifetime, but living forever, not so much. Not so much. All right, we're just going to get rid of this whole trying to make the code more efficient thing, and I'm just going to brute force it. Again, is it the most efficient thing to do? Nope. But I'm just like, you know what? I know that I can make it work just by brute forcing it, and that is what we're going to do. So. This is going to be the X position. Now we're just going to get rid of all of this. What would be really sad is if as I'm going through here, I like finally realize and I'm like, oh, that's what I did wrong. Oh well. I can live with that. I can live with that. 56 is what we need to. Okay, easy enough. Okay, that should have us back to this first one working correctly. You know what? I'm not even gonna jump in there and do that. We're just gonna come in here. We're gonna say, okay, so check first pins. Gonna copy, paste that. There we go. Check second pins. Okay. Tactical Mindscape says, America's most beloved game dev. Hello, Tactical Mindscapes. Welcome. How you doing? How was your weekend? Hopefully things went well for you. And I appreciate that. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Yeah, hopefully life is going well for you. First find the exit door, then do your stuff. Think 2 separate pages. Page 1 is okay to block. Page 2 has not okay to block. Your exit sets a variable equal to its event ID. Then you run the code, but exclude that ID. I can go into more detail, but I was trying to keep it. It seems like it'd be a good way to go about it. That's why I'm going into theoretical physics. Good. You absolutely should. Find a way to at least extend life, and then we'll all be eternally grateful. And it would be extending your life, not immortality. You would still die of illness. A lobster won't stop trucking. What? Truck gun from isekaiing you. I believe it. Whether your exit is random or not, you can have it run a code that sets the variable to its event ID once it spawns, and then when the rest of your code runs, it just checks to make sure that it's not that event by comparing ID. It's not a bad idea. That is not a bad way to go. Screenshot of things. Yeah, hopefully Dazu, hopefully that'll help. And Jared, thank you so much for jumping in and helping out. I do appreciate that. 7 weeks until close beta. Ooh, that's pretty exciting stuff. That is coming up fast. Feeling nervous? I know that I would be. Okay, so how am I supposed to be adjusting these things? I think, okay, so we basically just want to say 982 plus 99 times 4 equals 982. We say 107. Yeah, so basically, I think at this point we are just like basically we're incrementing by 1. But we do need to move the X position over. I want to say 556 plus 56, which is 612. Those ones are not incrementing by 1. You were saying 982 plus 989 times 4. I think this is where we were running into the weird issues. If we just specifically say 981, and then if 982 plus that is equal to 983, 982 plus that variable is equal to 980. Yeah, pretty sure that's where we're running into the issue. And increment this by 1, so that's 108 plus 999 times 4, lock indicator. Are 612 are 108. What's that? 6 is now 6. Okay, so that should fill in the first 2 sets of pins with the correct indicator. What happened? Room 9. block. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 1. So we go 4. Let's just stick to the 4s. So it should be red, red. Okay. And what if we set you to 3, 1? It should be orange, orange. Excuse me. And if we go 1, 2, it should be green, green. Cool. Simple enough. I should have done this so long ago. Again, like, I look at this and I'm like, okay, so it's not super efficient because I'm basically redoing the exact same code, changing it just a tiny bit. But if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. I've hit a roadblock with my new song. What's going on? Like, is it, are you like partway through the song, you're not quite sure like where else to go with it? Or you're just not quite sure the style you want to go? Be 109. I don't know where to bring it. That's fair. That's fair. If I was better at music, I would hopefully be able to help. I'm not good though. I'm doing a speedcore album. Ooh. That will be really cool. Again, I don't know if I'd be able to help at all with it. Like, literally at all. But that will be very cool. I'm very excited to listen to that once, you know, once you get it done. No rush, no pressure. But, yeah, very nice. It's the 981 or 983 plus that equal to 982. 983 plus all that equal to 984. Say 109 and 9 or 668. You just do 109 668. Okay, there we go. Checking the 4th hint. There we go. Oh boy, it's getting late. Okay, 984. That variable equal to 984, not plus the variable. I'm going to say 110. 9, 4. This is plus 56. It's 724. Bar 84. 984. That equal to 91. And 84. That 2. 984. That equal to 983. Say show picture 10. Or else show picture 10 variables 784. 724. There we go. Okay. That should give us the chance to, you know, be able to pick the lock and have things show correctly. I guess we'll see. Taylor Mindscape says, I'm the marketing guy, so it'll be showtime for me. Once the coders do their job, I can do mine. That's fair. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to market if they have not actually, you know, made a game market. So that is super exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Yeah, I mean, no pressure. That's gonna be a lot of pressure. It's gonna be a lot on your shoulders right there. But it's gonna be worth it. It's definitely going to be. All right, so let's pick the lock. So we got 2, 3, 1, 1. So if we do 4s, they should all be red. They are. Now if we do 3, let's do 1, 2, 3, 2. Those should all be oranges. They are. And if we go 2, 3, 1, 1, all greens. Awesome. So here is the real test to see if this thing is actually going to be usable at all. Okay. Delete. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if we can solve one of our own puzzles. Let's see if we can do it. All right, so we're in room 33. Spawn a chest. Room 33. All right, pick the lock. Here we go. We have, let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's no 4s. We've got a 3 and a 2 and a 1, but not in these spots. All right, so let's do 3, 2, 1, 3. Okay, all right. So... The problem is 2, 3, 1, 3. Think so? Okay, so there's no 4s, that's good. The 1 and 3 is good there. Give it a shot. Oh, dang it. Okay. That means there were 2 2s. This is where I'm kind of like, I feel like I need to figure out some way Oh, well, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. So it would have been 2, 2, 1, 3. Because I'd already tried 3 here. That's right. Yeah, so the orange means that there is one of those numbers in the combination, but it's in the wrong spot. Yeah, so red means there is not that number in the combination at all, and then orange means there is that number in the combination somewhere. There's no really good way to indicate how many there are in it. But I also don't know how I'm going to do that, you know? I'm sure there's a way to do it. I might just have to think on it for a little bit. So let's try this again. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. The 2 is in the right spot. There is no 1. There is a 4 and there is a 3. This is where it's kind of like, okay, so we could do 3. We try 4 over here. And then let's do another 3. Okay, so we did get the 3. Yeah, this is where I'm just like, I don't know if this is actually going to work. It's saying there is a 3 somewhere, but technically there's not. You know? Because if there is a 3 here, then we got it right. That means we've done the 3. So this could be a 4 or a 2. There we go. It's a 2. But it also could have been a 4. Because there's not really a good way to indicate that there's 2 2s here. So the only other thing we could do Jerry says, oh, dude, but there's only 1 3. So how many 3s? 4 variables. Count how many of each variable. 1 is how many 1s. Variable 2 is how many 2s, etc. Then in the code, that shows green, have it deduct from that count. That would work, yeah. Yeah, because then basically... Okay, yeah, so once it sets the numbers... It sets the numbers here. It's setting variables 981 through 984 be random numbers between 1 and 4. So we could, yeah, basically, right after that, say... your conditions would only have to change a little if 3 in count is greater than 0 and whatever. That is true, yeah. We could do that, yes. We would basically just store the count of how many of each variable there are. So if there's 2 3s and 2 2s, and then I've chosen to do, 3 2s, then one of them would go red, saying, hey, you've already gotten the amount of 2s you need. We could do that. Just trying to decide. No. We could, yeah, we absolutely could do that. We could also do... And like this one's kind of like a cheap out, May I see where you generate the numbers? It's just right here. Yep. So basically I'm just telling it, hey, set variables. So the variables, so you got these variables right here. So variable 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is puzzle piece 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just like generic variables that I have for containing any of like any puzzle in this game. All that information is being stored in these variables right here. So variables ID number 981 through 1000. Yeah, so basically it's just saying this, and this variable are going to store the correct combination. Yeah, so basically I'm just saying, hey, set those variables 981 through 984 to be a random number between 1 and 4. So that's all that it's using to store those values. And then it's down here that is then actually going and checking them, saying, hey, if this variable, if the variable you have picked is equal to that variable. So after that part, you add. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was saying is like we could go that way where it's like we just set the random variables and then we would have another set of variables that would then store how many of each are in there. The only problem, this is kind of an issue that we run into again, because it's RPG Maker, is that even if I have 4 separate variables that are storing the amounts of each pin position in those variables, once I get down here, I can't really change... I can't like temporarily change those variables based on how many pins. Like I could, but I'd have to redo how I have these conditions, which I absolutely could. I could redo how I have the, because basically what I have to do is I would say, if it is green, subtract that variable by 1. Then at the very end, after it's done checking all the pins, it would then have to re-add those variables back. Which, yeah, absolutely doable. Absolutely doable. Here's kind of what I'm thinking. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to say set 981 to be a random number between 1 and 4. We're going to do a loop. 92, random number between 1 and 4. Then conditional branch. If game variables dot value 981 is not equal to 982, jump into another loop. Set 983 to a random number between 1 and 4. And if 981 is not equal to 983, and 982 is not equal to 983, jump into another loop. Then we're going to say 984, random number between 1 and 4. If 981 is not equal to 984. 982 is not equal to 984. If 983 is not equal to 984. We want to break the
Thanks
loop.
for the follow, Morvik.
Morvik, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic day so far. Break this loop. Break that loop. We break that loop. So, that should set set the variables to not have any repeating numbers. Again, this is kind of the lazy person's way of doing this, but pick the lock. Then should be 3, 1, 2, 4. Wait. It does kind of eliminate the need for the red. For better or worse, I suppose. So at that point, we could either just get rid of the red color and just keep the orange. Just be like, hey, yeah, you're close. But if we go 3, 1, 4. Hey, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so we could do one of two things. I could swap it and kind of like rebuild it a bit to work kind of like how you were saying, Jerry, which I do like that idea, because there's like a part of me that wants there to be multiples of the pins, like multiples of the positions of the pins. I think my brain is too all over the place tonight to be able to focus on something like that, though. I might try and do a little bit of work on it tomorrow. Honestly, this is good. Yeah, and because that's the thing too, is it's like, I don't want this to be impossible. Like, I want it to be something that like someone could just kind of, so long as you actually sit and look at it critically for even just like 2 seconds, I want it to be something that like, you know, using the key, you use the key because you're like, I don't want to have to pick the lock, whatever, use it. But I want it to be something where it's like, it's challenging enough to where like you actually have to think about it to the point where it's not tedious anymore. Yeah, so then you just kind of be like, okay, well, there we go. That one's easy. You'd be like 2 and a 4. Go. So, yeah, kind of thinking about keeping it this way. Although, and this is kind of something that I was kind of thinking about doing, is if we had different difficulties for the chests. Basically, it would be, you could have like easy, medium, and hard chests. So we could have the difficulties be like the way that the puzzles play out, or how the random generation, right? And so basically, it would be if you're doing an easy puzzle, it's basically this. There's never two pin positions that repeat, that overlap, and so it's always going to be, so long as you've put something across the board, you should be able to get it basically every single time. And then the medium difficulty would be something more along the lines of, there are multiples. So basically like doing it the way that you suggested, Jerry, where it's like, generate a random number, and if there are multiples, add to another variable that stores how many of each multiple, and then as you lock those into place, it reduces that variable, so you kind of know, like, okay, there's 2, and there's 1, 3, and 1, 4, kind of. And the hard chests, use the red, so this is done for the easy chest. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too, is it's like, basically we'll stick with the easy lock picking for the chest here, and then if we add a hard difficulty for the lock picking, then we would kind of use the red, where it's like, okay, if you have the red, that means like you've used up all of that one, but like still have other, so yeah, kind of a thing. I like this idea. All right, cool. Now, let's get the actual ending in. So we'll have that. And then if you want one level harder, you just add a timer. Oh, I like that. That's a great way to go, actually. I was trying to think of like how to go between easy, medium, and hard. Yeah, I think it's more of like, the easy is what we have now. The medium difficulty would be something like we talked about before, which I can throw in here, which would essentially be, it can generate a random number that can be overlapping numbers, and then it'll kind of have to like indicate how many of each is going on. And then the hard difficulty would be, you only have X number of time to be able to get this thing going. And that honestly could actually be a skill that we add as well. It could be a part of like the luck tree or something like that, where like you can increase the timer for the lock picking. I like this plan. I like it. Okay, so let's come down here. This is where it's actually checking. Check first pins, check second pins, check third, check fourth. Then this is where it's actually, I think actually we can jump past this, because then we can essentially say conditional branch. Let's do this actually. Yes, we're gonna say check first pins. So if it's green, then we're just gonna say control variables, add 1, variable 998. It's green, add it, it's green, add it, green, add it. And conditional branch, if variable 998 is greater than or equal to 4, that means you got 4 green pins, you're good to go. Say unlocked. Didn't unlock. So if you didn't unlock, then we're just going to say control variables. We're going to set you back down to 0. If you did unlock, then we can like wait for 10 frames. Oh, wait for like 20. Wait for 1/3 of a second. Then I think Thought I had something somewhere, but I don't remember. Let me just check in here really quick. I know I can just Google it, but I'm gonna do game screen dot picture 101. No, it's game screen dot base picture 101. That's all that is. Okay. Here, need to say, how many pictures could we be showing? Got 101 through. Yeah, so 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 101 through 118. Okay. I don't remember how to do that. Hold, please. Rotation. So that was image layer 101 through 118. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we need okay, 4 let I equals 101. It's I greater than or less than equal to 118. I plus plus game screen dot trace picture I. Okay. That should erase images 101 through 118. We should be able to jump to or can we just break loop? If we just break the loop, will it then jump over there? I think? Maybe. So yeah, Legender Dev says, hot diggity dog. Good morning. Good morning, Legender Dev. Good morning. How you doing? How's life? Hopefully things are going well for you. Yeah, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Yeah. I'm glad that you're in your Monday morning. I'm glad that I am not in my Monday morning yet. All right, so let's go to room 13. We'll spawn a chest. Pick the lock. We're gonna go to 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was an easy guess. Well, alrighty then. Easy enough. Easy enough. Okay, and that also, so it erases the pictures. It opened up the chest, popped out the item, cool beans. I think at this point now, I just need to figure out what is showing, what condition is showing them. So you are showing if switch 175 is equal to true. Well then. 175, you say? 175, lockpicking chest is on. Cool. And right down here, if you have done this, do all of that, turn off lockpicking chest, break the loop, spawn the item. Happy days. Happy days. Stuffy nose, slight brain fog doing all right. Going back to doing some all hail the orb, as got a bunch of bug fixes to move. Ooh, nice. I mean, not so much nice on the stuffy nose and the brain fog. Holy smokes. As you can tell, I am very tired now of it. But other than that, doing bug fixes and all sorts of other fun stuff like that. Good times indeed. Honestly, like the fact that you're supporting the game after launch is honestly so good. I feel like there's a lot of people out there who, like, you know, they release their game and then they're just like, all right, well, it's out there, we're done, I don't care anymore. Move on to the next one. It's the fact that you're actually, you know, taking the time to go in, do bug fixes and all that fun stuff. Yeah, very much so commendable, and I salute you for it. Ah, yes, brain frog. Good old brain frogs. They're out to get you. Yeah, as you can tell, I also have some brain fog. Not so much the stuffy nose, but do have some brain fog going on. Okay, cool. So none of those are correct. Crap. Let's go with 3, 1, 2, 4. Okay. That's easy enough then. So that's going to be a 1, and that's going to be a 3. See? There we go. It's one of those things that it's like, if you spend more than 2 seconds thinking about it, you're going to be fine. You're going to be totally fine. It's going to be great. I'm not quite sure what happened there. What? Oh. Okay, so we're in room 10. Pick the lock. Okay, so we got image layers. 1, 2, the 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it is the correct image layers. Off lockpicking chest. Huh. Hey, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe we should just add like a little bit more wait time, but shows the images and then something. I don't know. Something though. Something. Okay, so we're in room 34. I gotta make an easier way to spawn this, you know. Pick the lock. Okay. All right. Wait. 4, 3, 2. 3, 2, 4. Yeah. So game screen dot picture 118. No. 19? Lockpicking indicator.
Ginger Dev summoned Tutor Chan.
Hello, it is me. It is I, Tutor Chan. Here to tutor you on the ways of... I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Got 2 weeks and a bit more, but before the summer sale. Oh, that's true.
That's true, yeah. Definitely want to get some good updates pushed out right before the summer sale. So we're gonna try, get a new feature or two out. That would be awesome. I like that. Looks like you finally did it, Mooney. You push RPG Maker MV to its limits. Now it has a brain.
Frogs. Those blasted brain frogs. They're always coming in here and messing things up. So why would this be 119 though? That's what I'm like trying to figure out. I mean, I don't see why. I don't see why it would be going so high up there. It should literally be 107. I guess that would make sense. Because you'd be showing image layer 107, but then plus 99 times 4, you'd be 107, 108, 109, 110, 110, 111. So you'd be...
Fanny's Lam just redeemed Streech.
Oh boy. So yes, you'd be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Alright, so you're gonna loop until you hit 123. That should get rid of it. We still shouldn't have to wait for the 40 frames, though. Yeah, we can get rid of that. It's not necessarily a waiting issue. It's just that my my for loop did not go far enough. Which is just the way that I mean, I could go in and change it, but we have the image layer. I'm not that worried. We have the image layer. Okay, so you are 49. Yes, from room 49. Pick the lock. Here we go. We go 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay. 2, 1, 3. Okay. 1, 3, 2, 4. There we go. Cool. So now you can unlock the chest. Now I need to make it so if you lose, then it actually keeps you from being able to actually open the chest. That is going to require a lot, though. Because, I mean, like, getting the actual lose condition will be fine. Like, it'll basically be the exact same thing. Like, once you've tried 3 times, it basically will just need to get rid of all the pictures. And then it just needs to show text again. Well, we're in room 4. Yeah, so basically, if you lose, what it needs to do is show the text that it was showing before. Or, like, gives you the opportunity to, like, use the key, pick the lock, all that stuff, but it's not going to show options anymore. It should just show, you know, oh, there's a chest here in the room. I shouldn't have clicked on the pick lock so quickly because I was needing to actually see the text. Room 43. Yeah, so basically it would so essentially what it would need to change. So once you have tried to pick the lock, if you fail, it gets rid of the whole lock picking minigame, and then it gets rid of these options here, and it will just say a straight chest with a lock sits in the middle of the room. A broken off lock pick is jammed inside the lock, and you cannot unlock it anymore. Essentially, right, is what it'll need to do, and it just gets rid of any of these options. So there will always be a chest here, but it's a chest you cannot open. So that's kind of the danger of using lock picking, is if you're not paying attention, you accidentally do the puzzle wrong, it will then render this chest ungettable. It's an ungettable chest. You. Okay. And you would be 4, and you'd be 3. Good time. Good times. Legenda Dev says, right, I'm setting up my stream. Smell you later. Legenda Dev, good luck with your stream. Hopefully things go well for you. And good luck with the bug fixes. I hope that all goes well for you. Just replace image with busted lock chest and add a no mofo you message. So on fail, trigger new page, on new page equals do that. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. That's basically all that it would require. But I think my brain is done for the evening. I know that it's like not that difficult to do. And I think on day 1 of being back after vacation, my brain is like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. I've checked out. I think we're probably going to call it there. I'm going to wrap that up probably just tomorrow at some point in time. Yeah, the brain frogs are croaking. They really are. They really are. But especially because it's just like, yeah, it's... There needs to be like a rule where if you take a vacation, you can take a vacation from your vacation and recover from that vacation. Holy smokes. I'm very tired. Very tired. But it was still good. It was still a good time. And I am very glad to be back. But I do need to kind of like ramp back into it. So do not worry, on Tuesday, barring anything crazy happening, we will definitely be streaming the rest of the whole stream. It'll be the full 4 hours. But I guess tonight it'll be a little over 3.5. So anyway, not too bad. I agree, vacations need vacation time. You really do. You really need to do vacation time for vacation. Anyway, I do appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has an absolutely fantastic rest of your evenings. I will see you all on the Tuesday stream. So good luck. Take care. I will see you then. Have a good night, Movement. I appreciate that, Axel. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic night as well. Jerry, I appreciate you chatting, hanging out. Always a good time. So again, thank you all so much. I do appreciate it. I will see you all on the Tuesday stream. Till then, Fanny Slam also as well. Wait a minute. We didn't do the stretch. We did a stretch. Everybody, let's do a last minute end of stream stretch. Here we go to the right this time. Then to the left. Oh, and backwards. Oh, Fanny, I'm so glad you said something because I would not have remembered. I would not have remembered to do the stretch. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. All right, everybody. We've got some random sounds going on. So have a good night, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the Tuesday stream. I don't remember if random sounds play in the exit scene.
Dominating.
I guess we'll find out. Have a good night. Goodbye.